Ladies and gentlefolk, welcome to what is the third installment of Grand Final Week. Things that don't come with Grand Final Week is the ability to count. My name is Scotty Rattlegun Rank, and as usual, alongside of me is Andrew Cowbell Cowan. Is it Cowie? No, it's...
No. Yeah, good one, Scott. Nah, Connor Nixon with his...
They've shot me in the foot. They've absolutely done me here.
Absolutely done you one. Hey.
Yeah. I wasn't warned about this. I showed up and I was expecting Cowie, and this isn't Cowie. I quit. Who's got the budget? Who's in charge of this?
Yeah. What a joke. What a joke. Oh, it's all going downhill for you, Scotty.
The only joke in this comms box is you, Connor. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SRW commentary booth. Connor Nixon for the first time. It's his first night on scene. We've got to get the hazing in early. It's good to see that we've had a good influence on him already.
Yeah, already.
Connor, this is your first witnessing and installation in terms of sim racing world, but you are a big fan of the TCRs, and that's what we're going to be leveraging here for the broadcasting tonight. Honestly, you know which is the superior TCR. It's the Veloster for anyone at home that's not sure.
100%. 100% it is.
So he does know, which is the TCR to be focusing on, and that's the most important part. But Suzuka, it doesn't lend itself well to the attributes of the TCR cars.
No, it's absolutely terrible. It's probably the worst track I'd pick. Like the boys were saying, Suzuka tonight, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, that one will." Yeah, definitely spice it up just because how much understeer it has with the whole track, because you got that zigzag part and you're basically off throttle the whole time. And I wouldn't be surprised if these guys can save a lap or two just because fuel saving. If you fuel save through that whole section. So yeah, but it should be a good one, good track. So yeah, it should be interesting.
And ladies and gentlemen as well, Connor will be joining us for Formula 3s immediately afterwards, so he's not just immediately out of the commentary booth. But time's coming in thick and fast, Connor. We are in the last moments of practice. You've been watching the server early on. You got a favourite driver so far? You backing Randall Luapui, who's on top of this practice session, or you reckon it's going to be championship leader Dylan De Bono, or who's in P2? It's Riley Jones, and that championship battle will get decided tonight as well.
I'm not saying anything because I know what practice is like. Sometimes guys can get a bit of a slipstream and get a tenth or two just because you're just in that draft or slipstream. So I don't really want to go, I'm leaning to this guy or say this guy. Like I'm not saying that, and I don't want anyone to hate me straight up. So yeah, I'll be quiet for a bit. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know in the middle of the race.
You're on the back foot already.
100%. It's already, yep.
How about everyone out at home as we come to the conclusion of practice? The final qualifying session for the year is coming your way just the other side of this. Well, TCRs. It has been probably the most exciting battle that we've seen in terms of the Sim Racing World Championships. Cars door banging each way, left, right, straight down the middle. Who really cares how hard they beat and bang so long as they all cross the line? That's been the end goal. It's seen a lot of safety cars, but over the last couple of weeks, this has actually been the series with the least safety cars in it. 45 minutes will come to us the other way of our qualifying session here tonight from your final round in Japan. We are on the journey home back to Australia, and that is what's going to start us off with next season. Love a little bit of a mix of storyline into your track selection at all, Connor?
Oh, I love it. I'm a massive fan of what you guys have done with the series. I'm a massive lover of just Australia with their tracks. I think they're absolutely awesome. I don't think I've ever seen someone do all of them and do them twice again. And I'm gutted that I can't do the supercars. But yeah, definitely I'll try and get in to do a better racing around, all the Australian tracks we're going to, like Winton, Sandown, Bathurst, and I'm sure they're going to bring a couple more in through the season. So it's going to be awesome to watch and awesome to just see. Don't
forget, you've got Phillip Island and Oran Park is in there. That's
yeah. What my two not favourite tracks.
you were just hoping if you neglected to mention them here, they wouldn't show up on the schedule.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and
Know me
gents,
too
they're
well.
on their way out to Spoon Curve. Actually, they're already... No, they are on the way to Spoon Curve. So we are getting set and getting ready to kickstart our qualifying runs.
Looks like Randall's our guy up out the front right now for the first hot lap, I guess, going up to.
Everyone else is looking for a drafting buddy by the look of that.
Yeah, they are. I think, and like I said, I think that draft, like there's a 4-man train behind Randall right now that's just absolute ginormous. You can see on screen there now. So yeah, you want to be behind someone, and if you're smart, I'd sit behind either Randall or I don't know, maybe Tyson. Tyson would be a good one, I reckon.
Dylan DeBono as well races. You wouldn't know this about him, I don't think, but he gets to race the Hyundai XLs in real life. So, and he's been doing incredibly well. So he's leading the championship here into our final round here tonight. So that sets the scene for us as we'll set sail on our last qualifying laps of the season. Track information on your right-hand side. Track is set to 6 a.m. in the morning, so it's an early one, but that generally means we get a nice stone cold track. 23 degrees Celsius is the track temperature. Barometric pressure doesn't have a huge effect, unfortunately, but that 5 kilometers an hour wind in the wind direction is quite important because that'll determine whether or not these cars get blown down the long back straight or whether they get blown down the long front straight, and how they settle into the S's as well.
Yeah, 100%. And talking about, and I'm probably going to go on about this all night, is the draft. And right now is Nathan. He's probably in the best spot right now because he's got a bit of a gap with Tyson, but he's got a bit of a gap from the guy behind. So if none of the people at home haven't tried one of these things, if you're too close, you'll get understeer. So it's really weird how these things work. But if you're too close, you'll get understeer. But if you're too far back, you get no draft. So
it's about playing that nice little margin in the middle. And if you're too close 100%. To the car ahead, you push them along down the straight, you both get 0 X's and your qualifying laps gets cancelled. You're sitting nicely in there behind Tyson McAvoy. Look at that draft train that's just chilling out in behind them as well.
Yep.
4 cars in that pack, and that's so important. Keep your eyes on Randall Luapui. He sets the purple second sector. So fastest car so far in sector number 2. He is going to be the car that will be first across the line, first to set a time.
Well, the other thing about Randall too, I mean, if the track temp's going to keep coming up, he could be in the. I mean, he could get the fastest lap maybe. If track temp goes up, he was the first one out. Well, win-win.
Who's that? Let's just set fast final couple of sectors. It's trading back and forth between the Gerlins. Paul Gerlin set one, Caleb Gerlin set another, and Nathan Allen's there nice and quick in the middle of them, all tied off as well. But Randall Luapui goes fastest in that final sector. Benefit there, he's the first one across the final sector, so he does get the first crack at it. But nobody else has been able to pip him so far. Nathan Allen's going to drop out from in behind the slipstream, and Greg Johnson's going to come out of the pits and recognises there is a huge train of cars coming. And will bail out of that one. But the Gerlin battles have been phenomenal. Keep your eyes, though. Riley Jones now setting the timing sheets alight as he comes to the line. Where does he pop out? I believe he's going to jump a reasonable way up there in terms of qualifying. No, he's just starting his qualifying laps now. So 4 drivers currently set a time. Randall Luapui's lap time got deleted for exceeding track limits. So only 4 drivers have set a time so far. And it is Gerlin, Allen, Leslie. But importantly, it's Deacon Gerlin from Caleb Gerlin, and to the tune of 0.15 of a second.
Gerlin.
Gone.
Yeah, absolutely gone. Yeah. Just, what a lap. I mean, just looking at the times, you just go, geez, that's out there. Like, you can't really, I mean, in any cars of type of racing, if there's that much of a gap, I mean, there's probably 6/10 in that. So from first and second back, there's 6/10, which is pretty hectic.
Yeah, so good start to things. Nathan Allen's gone around in the middle sector, so he's going to be gumming that part of the track up. And Deacon Gerlin, it was Matty Gerard who just came across him and manages to get clear. You're on board right now with one of the drivers of the Audi. That might actually be Dylan DeBono that's coming off of Spoon Curve. It's Paul Gerlin, actually, that's coming around there. And look at the sector times from him in Sector 1 and 2. Paul Gerlin has set 2 track best times on this session so far. So he is racing through the lap. And he has gone for a 3rd purple sector. Only Lil Pui has been better so far in one of those sectors this lap. Other than that, it is going to be Paul Gerlin who's going to set a stonking lap time if he can pull it up nice and easily. Down to the chicane, turns it off there, back to the power. What does the buzz box look like when it crosses the line? Lil Pui manages to get a new lap in, gets a 2:15.4, so he will jump to the top of the charts, and there it goes. Paul Gerlin beats him by, get this, 0.03 of a second.
That's epic. I mean, both of those times are just another bar, another 2 seconds on the guys from 3rd and 4th, and yeah, we're only 7 minutes and into the quali, and we've already got these times out. I mean, from quali, Paul Gerlin is only 0.3 off his practice time, which we don't know what's happened in practice, but he's only 0.3 off it. Like, that's mega.
Yeah, this is a mega lap. It's a great lap. And he will try and settle himself in. Dylan De Bono's apparently just gotten checked up with something on his qualifying lap. So I don't know if he's picked up damage out of that. But that was, I believe, Caleb Gerlin on the radio saying, I've got a hardware failure. That's unsettling.
That's not good.
So he will try and settle himself in and see if he can get it fixed and get back out there. See how he goes.
Yeah, it's never what you want. I've had that before in a couple of races, and it's not fun. You're running around the house, running around the rig, trying to figure out what's wrong. Unplug, plug it back in, and seeing what's wrong. And sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you just don't end up racing. So hopefully he gets it all fixed up.
So everyone will settle it back in, try and get themselves comfortable, and get some more laps on the fly. Paul Gerlin, reminder, is top of the charts in the dying phases of qualifying. So they're trying to settle themselves back in. Deacon Gerlin's jumped back up there with a 2:15.9, so the 3rd driver to jump into the 2:15s has improved on his time by effectively 1.5 seconds.
Deacon's got a good slip on the straight there, so that's going to help him.
And Dylan De Bono is coming around to cross the start-finish line here in a few moments, although I get the feeling his lap might have been impeded by the drama with hardware difficulties. It looks like Deacon's gotten those figured out. So it was Caleb Gerlin who's got his pedals figured out. He's back out there and circulating now. Paul Gerlin's going to jump to pit lane. So it looks like he's done with his qualifying runs. Can't really improve on that one. P2 start as Randall Lilpoo is going to jump up ahead of him. Jumps to a 2:15.1. So 14 is on the cards. 2 drivers set 2-minute 14 lap times in the practice session, and they were Randall Lilpoo and Riley Jones. And Riley Jones is out there, still yet to set a lap.
Aren't you glad you're in the booth, Scotty?
No, absolutely not. I'm stuck here with you all night.
Oh, bummer.
That's nearly as bad as being married, mate.
Haven't experienced that one yet, Scotty, so look out.
The good news is I get to give you back at the end of the night.
Yeah, that's it.
Something happens to David Leslie in the middle of the lap as well. He's off the line at the moment. Deacon Gerlin's trying to rejoin from pit lane, so he's trying to settle himself back into things. Looks like it's a tow, but this will tell us what went on for David Leslie. I believe that's turn 1, and then this is the rundown through turn 2. Straight on. Just doesn't even pull it up.
I reckon he just put too much gas in that because they're front-wheel drive. I don't reckon he lifted.
Straight back to the pit lane, and he will not have enough time, you think. He might just barely have enough time to get another lap in. Riley Jones, meanwhile, has been out there and circulating, still yet to set a lap time. We only have 7 times on the board, and I can see, I think, about 13 or 14 cars that will be racing here tonight. Actually, it might be 16 cars. So we might have 16 entries tonight racing. And finally, we've got 11 times on the board. Yes, but we do have... There's a couple cars that won't be racing in there, and there's also race control as well in the safety car. That's okay. Your first night here. You're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Provided we can laugh at them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, that's what you do to me, isn't it? Whenever we're racing, laugh at my mistakes.
Yep, 100%. We take every opportunity. If any, and I'm talking to everyone. If you ever have Scott Rankin in your lobby and you beat him, say over the radio, "I gotcha." and that trend's gonna stick. And yep. So yep, I've started a trend, Scotty. So.
Mate, and the next time I beat you, it's going to be... I'm sorry, what happened back there? Can't hear you back there, Connor. Anyway, Riley Jones has finally managed to set himself a lap.
Nice
He's got enough time left for one more lap as well. We'll get the second lap in if he's nice and quick here, so his tyres can get up to temperature. That looked like either Dylan DeBono or Nathan Allen. It is Nathan Allen in the Velocity Sim racing car. Will spin at turn 1. I don't think he's got enough time to get back around to start another qualifying lap, so that will be the end of the session for Nathan Allen.
Tyson McAvoy just jumped up to 7th. He's really pushing that car out there. He just jumped that curb and just hates the wheel spin off the exit.
But it looks like it might be an incident point, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon it is. I reckon he's pushing the car too much looking at it. He's pushing it too much, so I think how to drive these cars is nice and smooth. Don't over push it, and I think that's where you find most of your pace, and he's backed off it. So yeah, he's got an incident point. Unlucky for McAvoy.
So there'll be an opportunity to cool the tyres down. He will have enough time to get another time in there. Sorry, my apologies. There are two race controllers in. It is Stefan McCartan and Greg Barber, who are our race controllers here tonight. My apologies. I didn't even see Stefan's name in the list. Was that a pit lane penalty? The pit lane start that I just heard from one of the entrants too? Did you catch that at all?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So Caleb Girl and I just heard from Race Control will be starting from pit lane for impeding another qualifying attempt.
Yeah, that was a penalty. So the penalty starting at the back, and yeah, yeah, penalty. So that will suck. That will definitely suck.
Well, it's in the books now. There's not much they can really do about it. Qualifying starting to come down to its final moments. 40 seconds left. Drivers would need to be starting a lap or already on a lap now. There is one more car that might get back across the line. It's Dylan DeBono, who will get an opportunity to start one more lap. So he will come across the start-finish line, and he will get one lap to improve from his grid position of P12 at the moment, which is a long, long way back for him. 20 seconds now left on the clock. Greg Johnson will also sneak in to get another lap started. Just that's him in the back of the shot right now. That blue car that's just come around. He's got about 5 seconds left on the clock when he crosses that start finish line. So he will get another lap in here. Everyone that now crosses the start finish line will be done with their session. And that is where they will be starting the race from. So Deacon Gurlin and Steven Sinkovic. Sinkovic yet to set a lap. Johnson on screen has just made a little mistake in turn number 1. Gurlin crosses the line. Does not improve on his time. Steven Sinkovic jumps to P14 with a 2:20, will be the slowest qualified driver tonight. Bradley Wall, the only driver who has yet to set a time now, and will be starting behind his Sim Racing World Motorsports teammate. So DeBono is now on that lap. Hasn't managed to improve, so he must have picked up an instant point on that last lap. So Tyson McAvoy improving on his lap here as well. And Riley Jones has managed to jump out to pole, the only driver to jump into the 2:14s.
Mega lap, 14.7. That's awesome.
There is only one driver that may potentially beat him, and that driver, I think, was... Who's that? It's just gone off, Greg. Steven Sinkovic is now in the barrier, so his qualifying effort's done. Riley Jones is done, running very slowly, so he will not improve on his time. There's a car coming, Riley! Watch out! Yeah, Greg Johnson will arrive on the scene.
Dylan's, he got an incident point.
So Dylan De Bono will be starting from P12.
Oof.
That's a long way down. That may decide the championship. We've only got one race here tonight in the 45-minute feature race for the TCRs. There is no sprint followed by a reverse grid, which means starting at the back for De Bono, and that being impeded there by Deacon Gerlin, or sorry, it was Caleb Gerlin, I think, was who race control issued the penalty based upon, may end up costing him. Yes, it does not improve.
Yep. Yeah, that will suck. But you said about the sprint race, it's a very long race. It's 45 minutes. A lot can happen.
But it's a difficult track to overtake her.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it is.
And Greggy Johnson will come through to sneak into the 217s. Only 2 drivers will fail to do that, and one of them is Dylan De Bono.
He won't be impressed with his time there. From his practice was a 2:15.1. So from that, he would have got a flat one. He would have been P2. So he's really not going to be happy with that. So see what happens.
So we will be moving on to our grid here in about 30 seconds. And then we'll settle on in. So, hello and welcome to everyone out there from the Sim Racing World family. Hope you're enjoying the TCR finale. I know that the the Paul Patrol, as they were nicknamed on Sunday night, are in attendance. Yes, indeed, Sue Gerlin is watching. I see that, Sue. How are you all? Everyone say hello to Tate for me, back over there. And gridding now on the screen. And the final pole position for the season goes to the man who's going to attempt to hunt down Dylan De Bono in terms of points tonight. That is so important for the Man Up Sim Racing driver. Riley Jones will roll off with P number 1. Alongside of him, in red, Oluwapui's best qualifying effort in the season, he will start off the outside row. Look for him to be aggressive as he continues that signature driving style. Paul Gerlin starts off with P number 3. A couple good drives back-to-back here. I've seen Paul Gerlin hanging around on the podium in the post-race celebrations. Matty Gerard has been in and out all this season, finally manages to secure himself a second-row start. Tyson McAvoy will deal with some of the qualifying gremlins. Always been fast in the race. Qualifying has been his weakness. Manages to solve a little bit of that in the final round. Caleb Gerlin will not be starting from the grid. It will leave an empty spot off alongside of him for impeding another driver during qualifying. Off of P number 7 will be Deacon Gerlin alongside of the first team, Greg Racing. Entries in Greg Lake, David Leslie in P9, and rounding out our top 10 will be Daniel Fritz. We'll throw it back to the Velocity Sim Racing driver, and the first of the two of them for the first time this season. Nathan Allen out-qualifies his teammate. Greg Johnson, the second of the team, Greg, entries will be on his outside. Dylan De Bono in 13th. And if he's looking to secure a championship, that's not the start that he wanted tonight. Steven Sinkovich in the Team SRW entry. Your 2 safety car drivers are Stefan McCartan and Greg Barber. Braden Sagassa was here for a little bit of a run around in practice. And Bradley Wall will be the final driver on the grid. The Team SRW Motorsports entry least. He gets to start from the grid, unlike Caleb Gerlin starting from pit lane. And that's all it, Connor. And if you're hunting down a championship, there's one thing you don't want to do, is start from the rear. Yeah, no, that's definitely not what you want. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to wait for the green lights here. Lights are coming on. It's the final start in TCRs. Look for De Bono to come from the rear, and that fast starting out in. He does get a huge launch. Straight away, ducks across to the inside, trying to pick up a bunch of spots on the run down to turn number 1. He's lining up David Leslie already. Riley Jones didn't get a great launch, and now it's going to be down to Randall Oluwapui, who gets down the inside. Is Oluwapui going to get down there and complete the pass? No, they'll go side by side off of turn number 2. We'll run to the first of the S's, and it's going to be Jones up along the inside. Has not been quick in the opening laps so far this season. Riley Jones and Oluwapui still to his outside. Side by side, the whole way through the S's on lap number 1 in grand final night. Oluwapui trying to get the move done. Still not done. He's on the outside here as they crest the hill for the first time. Here comes Tyson McAvoy. Now he gets it done. McAvoy's grabbed a few spots off the start. He's up into P3, and now he's going hunting for P2. Down the inside, shoves the nose down in there for the first time tonight. Everyone running right, making use of the AstroTurf. Car around at the back. That's Daniel Fritz. He's going to come sliding back across. Was that Alan? No, that was Dylan DeBono. Oh no! It has gone from bad to worse on lap number 1.
It looks like McAvoy has made up two positions at the start, so he must have got a banging start. And yeah,
he's going to need a safety car for sure to get his way back. That's a fast repair. He's in the hole already.
He wouldn't want that. That's the last thing you want. I don't even think he's got a wheel on that thing. I think he's got 3 wheels on that.
Driving okay. Yes. That could be a graphical glitch, you know. So we'll see if we can get a shot from the other side of the car.
Oh, yep.
He would know. But the thing that says to me, we have Dylan's car did the exact same thing all the way back in round 1 in Canada, whereby it showed he had a broken wheel. I think it may have been the left front there as well. And yet he was able to continue on. Talked to him post-race celebrations. He said, yeah, there was actually no damage. So it can be a graphical glitch with the Audi only.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like the guys in first and second are just gone. They're absolutely gone.
And Randall Luapui is going to lead us back to the start-finish line for the first time this season. He's not had a great season as Randall Luapui. Riley Jones may elect to just sit there and fuel save.
He had a wiggle on the entrance.
Oh, go on! That's Paul Gerlin!
Everything's happening.
Welcome to SRW, Connor.
Yeah, welcome. I think that's just Suzuka, isn't it? Like just that turn 1. By even watching Riley, he's actually saving fuel behind him because he clutched in and he's let it go a bit early, and the car had a massive wiggle on to turn 1.
Well, I think we were right about Dylan DeBono, because that is a fast repair burn, and he's going to get back into it.
He wouldn't want that at all, especially for a championship.
And update. There's an issue in turn number 1, and it looks like it might be Daniel Fritz. No, actually it's in Spoon Curve, and we do have a safety car. Daniel Fritz is parked up at the Esgaz's Spoon Curve. That is just before you come down the back straight. And that is a Beach 711 Whiskey Runner's entry. So this will tell the story. So damage is on the right-hand side of the car from the initial incident, and that right rear is just not attached to that car at all, Connor.
Yeah, I think it's caved. I think it's there, but it's caved in, so I think he's just got no traction at all on that. Yeah, look at that. It's completely caved in. Yeah, that itch. Yeah, he's done. You can see he's trying to... yeah. But yeah, like he was trying to drive it back, but he's just parked it up. He's went, that's it.
Yep, he'll get an opportunity. He's going to tow it back to the pit lane, and the introduction of the promo department safety car is going to get us back underway. Safety car is currently halfway through the first sector.
Everyone's on the... just coming through the back chicane. He's just driving along, having a cruise.
Everyone's just cruising along, catching back up the safety car. Field's neutralised, there's nowhere to go.
No, you can't do anything. Save fuel. I'd box if they were just that extra bit of fuel. Because these things, Tyson McAvoy's in.
Well, in the NASCAR series, we talk about strategy chicken. And Connor, I think that is Tyson McAvoy, who I'm pretty sure you'll find out loves to drive his Indy cars in the future, playing some strategy chicken.
Yeah, I mean, if no one knows me, I do a lot of IndyCar stuff, and massive slide from P3 and P4 in turn 1.
Trying to catch the safety car?
Everything's happening. But yeah, I do a lot of IndyCar, and if you can gain a lap or 2 just on fuel, that could be the whole race. You could go from last to P1 because you don't need a box, and from fuel saving through the safety car. Hey, seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson just gets that extra bit of gain.
So Who was in P3 when all that happened? Was it Dick and Gerlin?
Yep.
Okay, so it was him and Matty Gerard who both had that slide. It was a Paul Gerlin off the road. And, what did you see down in turn number 1, Connor, under the safety cars that finally caught Pat?
Yeah, I think there was just a massive slide from Paul Gerlin. I think that's what it was. So yeah.
So we will settle ourselves down in, and we'll have a look now. A couple drivers that have now elected to pit, and we'll go to the rear of the field. It's going to be Tyson McAvoy.
Yeah. Like I said, you might have a bit of a chance here.
And a few other drivers that are, I mean, they're already back there. I think it's Greg Johnson and Stephen Sinkovich who both came down through pit lane.
Yeah. In your eyes, Scotty, would you box?
If I'm at the front, no.
Yeah.
Track position is far more important in any series than a lot of people realise. But because we'd only seen 1 lap, I wouldn't have boxed. If this was 3 laps in, 3 laps on the green flag conditions, yes. That completely changes the story. Because you can set a strategy up off of that.
Yeah, I think they just got 2 laps in. But I could be wrong. But I think they... no, it might have been a lap and a half, actually. But yeah.
But they definitely had to pit. If they're going to pit, it was that first time by.
Yeah.
McAvoy's... He's taken a punt.
Yeah.
Dylan DeBono had the same punt. And now, well, here's another concept. Caleb Gerlin starts from pit lane. He's now P9. Dylan DeBono is a fast repair in the hole, but back effectively slightly in front of where he started. So if DeBono is going to rescue that championship, he's done just about all he needs to. Well, I mean, luck has played into his favour.
Just had a look at the standings. Tyson McAvoy is actually on. If he gets a good result tonight, he could be on for P3 in the championship.
Well, talk to us about those numbers, Connor. What's the gap? What's the gap there between P1, P2, P3, etc.? We've got an option. We've got another lap here on the course.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a couple more diving on a pit road.
Oh, I don't know why.
Matty Gerard has just come through pit lane. Well, this could be interesting. McAvoy is coming back to the pit lane. Is that Nathan Allen or is that Dylan DeBono? No, it's Nathan Allen. So it's into the pit lane.
So just looking at points here now, boys. We've got 12 points apart from P3 and P4. And from Riley Jones, which is in P2, we've only got maybe 20 points. 22 points from Riley and Dylan. So if Riley gets a good result tonight, he could really go for the championship tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all there and it's all available. This is Nathan Allen was told to hold, not exit pit lane. Pit lane exit was closed.
Oh, yeah, you see McAvoy just stopped at the end just in time. And there we go. They're away. But now thinking about it, Scotty, I wouldn't have boxed from McAvoy, because now looking at the points, gets a good result tonight, he could be on. He could genuinely be on. So yeah.
It's just that track position, isn't it? You saw what happened to Dylan DeBono on lap 1. He grabbed a couple of spots, he was fighting his way through, but there's just a wall of cars going through it, and something happens and you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm worried about for Tyson McAvoy. Obviously, Dylan DeBono had no choice, no option. But for McAvoy, that is very much what I'm worried about.
Yeah, it might kill his championship of getting a P3, or I'm on a bit of a 50-50 now. You've got to make me, bit,
Well, safety car slows down the race pace. We're now 10 minutes into this race.
Yeah.
We're only on lap 4. Unless Tyson has seen a fuel window option.
Maybe. Yeah, 12 minutes in, so yeah, maybe.
The fuel burn around here for a TCR is got to be somewhere higher. It's got to be somewhere around 2.5.
Yeah, it have to be.
Okay, so safety car's about to accelerate away from the field. Field will be left in Randall Pui's hands. Remember as well, Randall Pui failed to follow race control's specific directions about pitting at where we last week. Twin Ring Motegi had to stay within the yellow line, so fell afoul of those regulations. Safety car will accelerate away here in a few moments. And Randall Pui will get told to maintain 80 kilometers an hour.
Warming up
we'll
those tyres.
Away for sight. And then we'll be ready for another start. Do you go early or do you go late here? Do you want to back the field up or do you want to go early?
I'd go early. If I was him, I'd go early. Just go. Like, I don't think having a late jump will be good because you've got the chicane. So if you go a bit after the chicane, you've got that bit of a corner. So if you're ahead of that whole pack, yeah, I'd start
early. It's in his hands, and he has elected to go early straight away, straight out of the chicane. And look at the launch that Randall Pui's got. Now it's going to be on Riley Jones to try and go with him. The gap back to third place, and Deacon Gerland's quite a large one. Paul Gerland's managed to slot back into fourth. Greg Leake is up to fifth. What a start this will be for Greg Leake. A long way forward for the Team Greg Racing car.
Big
shout out to Team Greg Racing as well, with Greg Johnson supporting Prostate Cancer Awareness Month this month. If you haven't seen the links to donate to everything, as Greg Johnson's going to come under assault from David Leslie as well. He's sort of the bottleneck here, and have a look at De Bono getting aggressive immediately in the background. He is going to have a crack around the outside now of David Leslie as they go through and up to the last of the S's. Didn't quite get far enough up, but he's there and thereabouts. He's going to have another sniff now. He's on the outside yet again. Leslie holding it to the inside, and around the outside goes Dylan De Bono. That's a whole bunch of spots picked up. He's back to sixth.
That's an awesome move by him. I wouldn't be that brave, but he's just moving. He wants to move. He wants to get out of there. P1 and P2 are out of here, so yeah, he wants to go up there. So not surprised, but yeah, very very risky for only 4-5 laps.
Already
another move.
Side by side with Greg Leake. He's going to go around the outside again. The outside, no stranger to the wiles of Dylan De Bono. Gets a reasonable launch there. And look at the margin he's already put over David Leslie, pulling away. He is harassing the rear bumper of that Honda Civic.
You'd hope the EcoBoost. Oh, not the... oh my god.
Comes
nice
down
move.
the inside. Late on the brakes from Dylan De Bono. Gets down the inside. We'll try and park it up and get the job done. He's still there. He still hasn't got the move done. Greg Leake's hanging on the outside. Finally, a fraction more momentum for Dylan De Bono, but the Audi, I think, is the slowest of these cars in a straight line. No, he's managed to just barely get clear.
If I was Greg, I'd sit right behind him and just let him pull away and sit behind, save fuel, and yeah, pull you up to the guys up front.
Now, Dylan De Bono up to P5. Had to pit after the end of lap number 1, so he does have slightly more fuel on board than most of the rest of the field, but he is on a charge. And Lil Pui will lead another lap. So he's got by Riley Jones in the early running here, Connor, and he is trying to hang on to this one, and will stay with this battle because Caleb Gerland's starting to creep up on the rear bumper of David Leslie, and De Bono has set sail. Leakey's wide. Oh. Leslie turns down in late, and so does Leakey. Not sure that Leslie was there. We'll get the move done from David Leslie. There was a hole there, and he parked the car in it. Oh, they've made contact again. Back in front of the field. As Leslie's parked up there. He doesn't look like he's got more contact, so he looks like he's okay. But here we go. My word!
What a bit of moves there, because David went up the inside, then Lickley. Move on P1 and P2.
Yeah, the leader's just changed hands, so I think that's Randall Pui, either with damage or he's got a slowdown penalty. That's a slowdown, surely.
Yeah, it's got to be.
He's still slow.
Oh,
he's still slow. He's got damage.
I think.
He just said something on the comms. He might have a hardware failure as well.
Oh, it all went wrong. Everything's just happening.
He's got no ability
tonight.
to change gears. He's lost gear selection.
Yeah.
He's stuck in gear.
Oh no, that's not what you want. Going from P1, going just down the field now. Yeah, stuck in third. I think he's going to pull this over. Oh no.
And Randall Lillipui, race leader.
That's dreadful for him. He would be kicking himself.
Mate, the season that Randall has had.
You know,
he's just not gone from luck to luck. Admittedly, last week he could have done a little bit more about that, but he's just found himself in a whole bunch of incidents. And Greg Leake has just been handed a drive-through penalty for the incident with David Leslie, and we'll finally get the opportunity to revisit this one, Connor.
Oh, what an afternoon of racing, hey? At Suzuka. This is just... Oh, yeah, he's put it up the inside. Yeah, he's going to be furious. You would not want that.
So do you think he was squeezed there, or was just carrying more momentum than he thought he could?
Now, now we're in the broadcast booth. I'm going to allow race control to just do their thing. Like I'm not getting in front of anyone. Oh, that's just unfortunate. I think he's, in my own opinion, I reckon. I'm just going to say red car and white car. They've just, you know, the red car's just put his nose up a little bit, and that was it. And you know. What can you do about it? He can't, you know, gain much back from that, you know, penalty, and that's it. It's just got to move on and keep trucking. So, unfortunate, but the big winner out of that incident with Randall is Riley Jones. He's killing it now, out of there.
Well, I think more importantly, have a look at where Dylan DeBono is. He's already on the rear bumper of Deacon Gerlin.
That's crazy.
This is a car that had to come down and grab its fast repair at the end of lap number 1. And how he's recovered, and speaking of a recovery, he's already
on the outside.
P3.
I'm just going to call him, I completely forgot his name, but the guy that from F1 to IndyCar. But this is just absolute Grosjean.
Grosjean. Romain Grosjean.
I'm just going to call him that because he's always on the outside, and he's just got 2 passes on the outside, almost 3. So
well, that is 3. He's already made 3 moves around the outside since going back to green. My word, DeBono has got the elbows out tonight.
Oh, you'd be moving though, wouldn't you? You would be moving. And especially for a championship, he will be furious what's happened. So, from DeBono to Riley Jones, this is just massive. Riley wouldn't be fuel saving. DeBono won't be fuel saving at all. So,
they'll both have to go.
They'll have to. So, yeah, just massive things tonight at SRW.
I mean, that's just it. It's so difficult. You've got to set yourself up. You've got to put yourself in the right positions to get things done. And DeBono has done it. At the end of qualifying, it was a little bit of DeBo, oh no, but not anymore.
Yeah, good DeBono now.
He's going to have to change his name to DeBo, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put it on the back wing. But yeah, that's just a mega driver. I mean, we're halfway through the race, almost halfway through the race now. So yeah, anything can happen. So McAvoy on it. So I think McAvoy's actually dropped back a little bit, Scotty. I could be wrong.
McAvoy might be trying to go to the end of this thing without a fuel stop. Ooh. So that's a lot of saving, though.
I was about to say that. That's a lot. That would be almost every corner, no?
Well, have a look at who's in behind him. It's Caleb Gerlin, so that's much for muchness in terms of pace. Neither of these guys have got a huge advantage. We're going to have to listen in here to the performance sim racing driver of Tyson McAvoy and fellow commentator on a Sunday night. He calls the V8 Supercars, by the way, Connor, if you're interested.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, nice. That'd be awesome to call that series. That'd be good to call. Randall's out. He's he's left the server. He's done. He would be absolutely gutted. So yeah, you'd just be dreading it, wouldn't you? Stuck in third gear.
Sometimes it's a case of just trying to put the bookend on that season. And
move on to
when
the
you've got a
next.
hardware issue like that one, he's obviously hung around for a little bit to see if he can try and get it
Yep.
fixed. It's not fixed. And once you tow back to pit lane, you can't get it out of neutral.
Yeah.
You got to get it from neutral back into gear. So.
It's almost like it's almost like he's got H pattern and he can't get it out of third gear. But yeah, that's not what you want.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to Darren Fahey from the Formula 3 Kittens Racing team, who Cowie's not here to get our goss out of him. If you're interested in the Formula 3 goss for later on tonight. So Darren's just reached out and he has...
P2 and P3 are on a pretty good battle right now.
Anyway, I'll have to attempt to figure that one out. Well, moving right along, boys. Checking in on the Gerland boys. Have a look at Paul Gerland because this is the battle for P2 and P3. As Connor Nixon has just reached out to him.
Are these guys on for points? I haven't checked them in the standings. I feel pretty bad now.
I have no idea. Well, I mean, they're 2 and 3 on the track. So give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm just trying to deal with something on at the moment. Connor, if you could just take over for a moment.
Oh, good. Yeah, so we got Paul and oh, he's made the move. Dylan's made the move on the inside. Yeah, he's got Paul. Good move. What an awesome move, actually. Normally you don't really see that. You normally see it on the outside of the turn, then going up through the inside. But what an awesome move. And he's pulling away already. Dylan is pulling. And Gerard... Yeah, so here's Matthew on screen. I'm just trying to flick through back. Sorry about this. So we've got Nathan and Matthew on a battle for 8th and 7th. Oh, and he's made the move. Gorgeous move. Hopefully we'll get the replay up in a second, ladies and gentlemen.
So this is going to be... Sorry, I'm back now, ladies and gents. This is going to be on the run between P7 and P8. So this is Gerard and Alan at the moment. Yeah, this is Gerard and Alan. We're getting quite tidy.
So here's the replay. Awesome move. This is probably it. He's up in the inside, but he's on the outside. So that's another move on the outside. So what? That's 4 now. So
so he's just lining them up.
Yeah, Grosjean. It's just Grosjean now. What an awesome move. Absolute awesome move.
Superstar move from Dylan DeBono. So he is now up to P2, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely enough to put himself into championship winning potential should nothing happen. If they finished as they are now, Dylan DeBono would win the championship hands down. Wouldn't even be a question. I think he's got about 4 spots worth of difference they can have between them. So he's got a little bit of wriggle here. And he's taking time out of Riley Jones. So unless Riley Jones is saving...
Would you be saving, Scott?
You got to make yourself flexible. I think you've got to make yourself flexible on the strategy. Dylan DeBono has got that lap extra of fuel in the tank. Remember?
Yeah, he does. He does. I reckon Riley would... Riley's clutching in. What we've just heard, so maybe he's trying to save that lap of fuel that Dylan's DeBono's gotten that stop. I mean, that would be, justifiable for that fuel save. So, kind of makes sense. I don't see why he wouldn't save or build that gap out, and so he can't fuel save for the undercut. So, or not undercut, it gets him in the pits. So, so he's just realised.
Push on, so we can see Dylan DeBono. We can see that margin start to come down. It's below 2.5 seconds now, ladies and gents. So we might have an on-track battle for the championship lead. Now, Connor, knowing, and Dylan would know this, he would know how many points he needs to clinch this thing.
Yeah, 100% he would.
You wouldn't be making any risky moves. You wouldn't be fighting him for it. I think you're happy to follow him home, just to let him have it and take no risks.
Yeah, here's the thing though, Scott. It's all about pride. It's all about you going into the next season going, I've just, won the last race and I've won the championship. You know what I mean? You want that bit of extra confidence to go, I've done this, I've done that, I'm confident for the next season. Then that's all it's about. It's just going into the next season, going, I've won the last series and I've won the last race and I'm feeling confident. So
more so than that, I know Dylan DeBono, and if there's one thing Dylan will not do, he does not lay down. He is always up for a fight, even if it means nothing in terms of championship. Yeah, he'll regret
100%.
it later on, but at the same time, he'll be like, oh man, that was just another great night of racing.
100%.
So, good thing we do know more about it. Tyson McAvoy bested the cars that set themselves up on fuel strategy, and now has started to build the margin over Caleb Gerland, but we still have all 3 Gerlands inside the top 6. If you look at the top 6 right now, half the cars have the surname Gerland. Talented family, would you say?
Yeah, very. Maybe I need to sign up for the Gerlands.
Look, they do adopt. I've heard from Tate Jones they do adopt, so...
Just bring on a commentator, that's perfectly fine. I'm a good racer. But yeah, sign me up, people.
Actually, I was actually...
Oh, Riley Jones is gone. He's off the track.
No! Yeah, he is too!
Oh, Dylan might get him, yeah? Bono might get him.
For that. So they're going to come off of
side by
side. And now the run down to 130R. DeBono is swapping back and forth. Jones to Bono. Who's got the lead on the timing tower? There's a 100th of a second. There's a 10th of a second in it now as DeBono will lift out slightly and tag in. But Riley Jones has just thrown away a huge margin.
He wouldn't want that. This night's just getting better and better, Scotty. I think we're on here for a very good battle now. Just everything's happened, which... Yeah,
I've got good news for you. TCR's like this every single week. It's been phenomenal. This has been... Last season we had the trucks, and the trucks were the big winner. This season I think the TCRs have been the better ride.
I think TCR... Here we go, the replay of Riley Jones. He will not want that. He probably doesn't want to watch the stream in that little bit, so if he goes back in the stream.
Here we go, and Dylan DeBono is now backed up right underneath his rear wing as they come through turn number 1, off of turn 1, down to turn 2, and settle themselves in through the S's. Different lines, different approaches from our 2 different TCR drivers in 2 different manufacturers, and that's also one of the that's the biggest highlight in terms of TCRs. You've got 3 manufacturers with 4 different models of car.
You know what I'm going to say about car selection. I don't know what you're going to say about car selection here too.
You're absolutely right. You're a smart and intelligent fellow because you drive the Veloster.
Yep, 100%. Maybe we should do a night, Scott. Get someone else in the comms box, hey?
Mate, ladies and gentlemen, and for those of you at home, this will be my last TCR broadcast. Next season you'll see me out on track, actually. So.
Get to call comms on you. That'll be interesting.
I mean, you're always welcome to. Just means that there'll be one less person to eat my dust next season, so... Oh,
that, ladies and gentlemen, that hurt. That. I've got a hole in my chest now, so...
You can feel the ooft audibly at home.
Yeah. Just destroyed Dylan DeBono. I thought he was going to make the move there.
He was shaping up. He might be having a crackdown at the end of this straight, 130R. He'll build himself up. He's wrapping the car nicely. I think Jones is struggling for tyres.
Yeah, he's struggling. Now, I'm going to say it again with fuel saving. If you're Dylan DeBono, you've already got a lap of fuel on board than him, so why not just save a bit more than get him in the
He's not pulling out either. A little bit of a blink for Dylan DeBono. He'll pull out towards the tail end, but he backed all the way off. So DeBono is not just covering him in terms of race pace, he's covering himself in terms of strategy as well. And you can see Paul Gerland's just chilling in the background as well.
I wonder where McAvoy comes in with his strategy too.
He's 13 seconds back at this stage, Tyson McAvoy. I have a feeling pit stop here tonight's going to cost you in the realm of 25-30 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
And we are 30 minutes into this. McAvoy may not pit. If McAvoy does, with the race pace as it is right now, he would get home.
I think you're right about that one, to be honest. I genuinely think you're right.
God damn it. Please no. Somebody beat McAvoy. I don't want to have to tell him he won a race. I've already had to say the words this season. Adam Hughes, winner of a TCR race. And you know what Hughesy come back and said to me?
What?
He said, I wasn't even going to race these things, and then you convinced me, Scotty. Oh, big wiggle on Nathan Allen. Nathan Allen exits stage left. And repick it back up, but this time Matty Gerard will be ahead.
clutching, I reckon. Just trying to save fuel.
Oh, that was a big moment for Nathan Allen. I think it was down at turn 1, wasn't it? This is the run through... Oh, no, hang on. He's off track there at 130R. Well, we'll stay with the replay, because this will give us the end result down here at turn 1.
Stay with it.
Now, have a look at how close they are there, Connor. You reckon Nathan Allen's got in deep?
That's a far way back. I reckon you could put a supercar in there. big fat boy too. Big Mustang. Put it right in there. That's what I love. So,
Run out of turn number 1. Allen was later on the brakes too. And he's just trying to catch it the whole way in.
I reckon he's clutched in. I reckon that's all it was.
Does the Audi have a clutch?
Yeah. Yeah, might have backed out, clutched in, and it's gone. So Greg Dylan DeBono on the back of Riley Jones again on the main straight.
We've seen this before.
Yeah, nothing's changed. So yeah, he's on the back of it, and I reckon he's saving fuel. I think he clutched in when he went past. So, and so was Riley. Yeah, so they're both clutching in. I wonder if Riley would go for the undercut. If
coming early, look to try and push it past him.
Yeah. Undercut, get out of that, dirty air, or not dirty air, to have clean air, not have him around, and
he's just showing that nose. That's all he's doing. He's not trying to go for a move. He's just showing the nose. He's just trying to speak Riley.
Try and make Riley use a bit more fuel, maybe.
Perhaps.
Because if you went on the outside, you got to use more throttle to get back on that racing line.
Is this not where you would throw the fake here, Connor? You've sat behind him now for 3 or so laps. Yeah. And now you've shown him that you want to fuel save just as much as he does. 1 lap, you just stop saving. You just Jones in very deep.
Wow.
They'll give each other a whole host of room, mind you, on the exit, but it is going to be Dylan DeBono who takes the race lead from 14th on the grid. Dylan DeBono to first. Last place, second last place at the end of lap number 1. The only car behind him was Daniel Fritz with damage.
Yeah, I reckon fuel save again from Riley Jones. Just sit behind him, save fuel. It looks like that Honda's a bit bigger. Does it use a bit more fuel? Do we know or not?
No, we're not 100% sure. I mean, they're all reasonably balanced. They're all reasonably close together because iRacing has not done any tweaking in terms of balance of performance. Well, actually, sorry, that's not true. They've nerfed the Audi's starting abilities.
Oh, that's good.
They brought it back slightly. It's still its biggest advantage, but it is not as powerful as it once was.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. Just send a Veloster up there now, Scotty.
Mate, I've been overtaking cars on the start ever since that change, so you be quiet. That's enough out of you.
Oh, it's actually not in next season, Scotty. The Veloster jokes would keep coming out. and you know that.
I'll have you know, you might have gone off and done some supercars before we went live in the iRacing official races. I was doing more TCRs.
Oh, shocker.
I gained another 4 spots on the run to turn 1, too.
Shocker. Shocker, Scotty. Absolute shocker.
I would never race a TCR, Connor.
No.
Never.
Scotty. That doesn't sound like Scott at all. It's very typical of me to go and race a supercar. Like, can't say much.
I'm so interested in how this Tyson McAvoy strategy... I mean, we're getting close. We are now 10 minutes to the end of this race. Do you think he's got enough in the tank?
Well, he's fuel saving, right? I reckon he could save another 2 laps. I reckon he could.
But
well, you did it the other night, Scotty. Remember we were racing and you saved about 2 laps, 3 laps. So,
it's not hard. The problem is keeping your pace up.
100%. See where another battle is. Looks like they're all spread out besides...
It's McAvoy and Caleb Gerlin are the closest 2 on track, actually. Yeah. Car in the pit lane. P10 has just come down pit lane. I think that's Greg Johnson. Steve Sinkovich has followed him through. So first of our drivers to pit. That says to me these guys are extremely close to the end of their runs.
Yeah. Well, so an extra lap, 2 litres. I don't know. Scotty, I'm puzzled, mate. This could be McAvoy or these two. I don't know. Because I mean, obviously if they need a box, Riley Jones and De Bolle will be in front of McAvoy. If McAvoy doesn't need a pit, McAvoy's got it. In theory, no?
Yeah, in theory. But he's a long... Well, actually, he's not all that far back off the leaders now. Because they've dropped their race pace as well. Have a look at the pedal suspension. That's a great shot, the pedal suspension.
That's an awesome one. Not sponsored by the way. You let us know if you want to be sponsored.
Shout out, and meanwhile, whilst we're looking at this battle for the lead to DSL Welding Services, Pagnian Advanced Imports, Dragon RC, Melville Equipment Corporation, Toyo Sim, and Dylan DeBono to the pit lane.
That's a great sponsor.
The promo department.
Dylan DeBono for our sponsor.
Apparently pit lane too. Riley Jones goes a lap further than Dylan DeBono.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Well, he's clutching in for that first corner.
So he is still saving to try and get this extra lap of fuel in. Poor girl is pushing on strong. McAvoy's gone through, so McAvoy will be ahead of Dylan DeBono. So McAvoy is down into turn number 1 right now. And see in the back of that shot, Dylan DeBono coming out of pit lane. That is the margin he has to make up. That is... I don't think he's going to get there.
Nah. And if McAvoy needs to save...
But it's just McAvoy.
DeBono is not that far behind McAvoy. So... And I don't know why Riley Jones stayed out, because now Dylan can push and Riley's not pushing. So he's probably going to lose a second or two.
Dylan will know the numbers that he has to drive to. Riley will still be on the edge.
Yeah, 100%. Sounds like Riley's pushing though. I can hear that little buzz box moving. So, yeah.
Now, the most important question. I know that you drive the Veloster on the sim.
Yep.
But which of these cars would you have in real life?
In real life, like driving.
Because I would not be caught dead in the Civic on the sim, but I would absolutely own the Civic if I could.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the Civic would be my preferred car. I'm a big fond of it.
You know what? I'm gonna stick with the Veloster. I think. Reason. When you go to a club or wherever, and you get out, and whoever says, "What do you drive?" I drive a Honda Civic Type R. Now, you turn up in the Veloster. I drive a Veloster. How mean does that sound to you? I drive a Veloster. Sounds like a sounds like a dinosaur.
I'm not driving it for what you think of my car. I'm driving for what I think of my car. I'm driving a Honda Civic Type R. Are you kidding me? Bouncing all over the curbs. And the thing that I noticed right there about... I expected... No! He goes another lap! Riley Jones... Did you notice that on-board shot how much steering angle he had at Spoon?
Yeah, yep.
DeBono's just gone past Matty Gerard, by the way, and he's made up about 3/4 of a second on Tyson McAvoy. It is important to note.
Now, Now, Riley needs to win this race, right? In theory. If he wins, I don't know if he's got it, because I don't know what the point system is like, but does he win the championship if he does win?
I think there's got to be space between them.
Not by much, so surely.
Yeah, it would be tight. I can confirm that Dylan DeBono has just made the overtake on Matty Gerard. This is what the first sector of Suzuka looks like. And look how intense all of that was on those front tyres. So the front tyres from Riley Jones are going to be screaming. That is Matty Gerard in the background of that shot of Dylan DeBono. And Matty Gerard also pitted on lap 4, which is when Tyson McAvoy pitted. Now, McAvoy is 9 seconds up the road. 9.5 seconds up the road from Dylan DeBono now.
I reckon McAvoy's going to make it.
You know what? He's starting to crawl in on Deacon Gerlin as well.
Yeah, I reckon McAvoy's going to make it. Reason, he's only got 5 minutes to go. Oh, no! He's hit the wall!
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Well, now it doesn't matter. He's not going to make it from there. That's a fast. He's no way he finishes the race from there.
No. We've called it, Scotty. Oh, we opened our big mouths, mate. It's just what happens, isn't it? I reckon our mouths are too big, Scotty.
Oh, my word.
Oh, no!
Well, I'm happy I don't have to say Tyson McAvoy wins this race, so... But, man, I was actually excited to say it.
I know. I know. He had that. I reckon he had it. I genuinely think he had it.
Hang on. Greg Johnson, is that blue car just on your screen?
Oh, my God.
On the right-hand side. There may be a safety car.
Oh. Is that a safety car?
No, we're inside... Sorry, my apologies. We're inside the final last 5 laps of the race, so there will be no safety car.
Okay, Riley's in.
5 minutes.
Riley Jones is in. Now, I think DeBono's got him by a pretty big margin.
Well, here they all come. 1, 2, 3 in the box. Riley Jones, Paul Gillen, Deacon Gillen. DeBono's now coming out of the final chicane and down the start-finish straight. Where is Riley Jones going to emerge?
Riley's out.
Who is going to emerge on the track? Jones is on track!
No way.
So Jones has done the overcut. He's gone the old flip-flop. He has zigged when DeBono zagged.
Wow.
And Matty Gerard has sneaked through into P3.
What's happening tonight? What is that?
On the no green flag stop strategy. Now there is 2.5 minutes left, so he will have to get 2 more laps out of that tank for Matty Gerard.
Yep. Now, interesting thing, I'm just thinking, for how quick Riley Jones' stop and having that gap, does he have enough fuel to get home? Because that was a quick pit stop, and DeBono was behind or from front? In front of Riley.
3 seconds.
That's
a big margin. But Riley was just saving so much.
I think DeBono's actually saving in the background. Just saw him go wide. Could just miss his apex.
Could be pushing on.
And DeBono's probably sitting behind the wheel going, what the... you know? What has happened?
Dylan DeBono will be sitting behind the wheel going, yep, should have bought the Honda Civic.
Yep. Is the Honda EcoBoost? No?
I have no idea.
VTEC, that's what I was thinking.
I honestly doesn't matter to me because all that matters is they rub doors every now and again.
Maybe you should drive that. Maybe you should drive. You should maybe drive the Honda now, Scotty.
Okay, alright, can be done, can be arranged.
Yep. If you drive the Honda, I would be shocked. I would be shocked.
I will pick up my handbag before I go out on track, though. I actually really want to see these like super Suzuki Swifts and things. Now, Matty Gerard's losing time. Surely he's not making time on Dylan DeBono here. Surely not.
Does he have enough fuel?
No, he's not. Dylan DeBono's just...
Well, this is white flag.
214. Yeah, so... Yeah, it is. There is 1 more lap left to run, and Matty Gerard is going to make it. So Matty Gerard has got to not do the Tyson McAvoy, and he will get home in P3.
I reckon McAvoy had that.
I agree.
That's so heartbreaking. Oh.
Because I'll tell you why. McAvoy was about 10 to 15 seconds up the road from Gerard, and Gerard is only 5 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, 100%. I think... White flag now. 2 laps of saved in the pits. That's what I'm thinking. Probably a lap or 2 out in track. You saw Riley Jones. He saved 2 laps, 3 laps. He was out for another 2 then Dylan Gerard. But yeah, Riley right now would just be pushing this thing to the end because why wouldn't you? Because you've got that gap. You want to make it bigger because if you have a little lock-up or anything, you want to be, quite a distance. So, yeah. But yeah, first night out in SRW, and this has been absolutely awesome.
Well, you thought this was fun. We've got Formula 3s to come immediately after this as well. From what I know about you, you're a Formula fan too. Oh,
yes, I am a massive fan of the F3s. I think they're an absolute gem to drive. I think they're light. They feel like they've got a lot of power, and you don't have much friction on those rear tyres. Oh, Riley Jones went a little wide. I thought he was off there. But yeah, no rear grip. Like the tyres are skinny. I mean, it's like almost getting your sofa chair, like your sofa wheels under the sofa and putting them on the F3. That's what it feels like sometimes. So,
oh, word. What a drive from Dylan De Bono. You have to put your hands together for the drive from Dylan De Bono. Last at the end of the first lap, all the way up to P2. He's just about done it all. Didn't quite save enough fuel. Does not matter. Riley Jones is going to get home to snag the win in the final round. Dylan De Bono will snag the fastest lap, but won't to be in terms of the race victory. Will to be in terms of season champion for Dylan De Bono. And he will take that one, and he'll look at a P2 and go, you know what?
Dylan got the fastest lap just then.
It doesn't matter.
Wow, what a race.
What a fuel-saving effort from Matty Gerard. He will, unfortunately, spoil the party for the Girlins. 4, 5, 6. Girlin.
I need to have that on the back of the car. Girling. Port Patrol or something. I don't know. But what
David
awesome
Leslie's going to sneak home
David, though,
in the last race of the season for P7, and Tyken McAvoy will be looking at that 8 next to his name and saying that could be 7 better.
That was
one mistake.
That's all it takes, though, doesn't it? Like, just, someone coming in your bedroom and going, oh, hi, or locking a front or, like, anything. I mean, coming from experience from a supercar and an IndyCar, you can't have those mistakes. And even TCR, if you clutch in and you could run wide, you could make a massive mistake. So, yeah, just, but well done to Riley and Dylan. Like, awesome performance by those guys, and Matty from P3. So, yeah.
Clean racing all season long. Clean racing by the entire field. Greg Leake won't make it back to the finish line. He will run out of fuel just shy.
Well, what an awesome last round, hey Scotty? I wouldn't have called that any better, would you?
Oh mate, you can't draw it up any better than that.
No, I don't think you could. I mean, even if you sat there with a piece of paper and a pencil and go, what could happen in this race? I wouldn't have put that down at all. I would have said,
qualifying, mate. Even the qualifying.
No words, really. This is almost like watching the TCRs in real life in Australia. They go to some tracks and you got Will Brown out in the dirt and you go, how did that happen? Because he's such a superstar.
You got Chaz Mostert, and some of the incidents that he's had. I think the best thing that sums up TCR racing, not only from the real world stuff, but also what happens here, is I dare you to go into Discord and ask, and again, to anyone that's watching along at home, we do preach how good the Discord chatter is, and you've 100%. Been a part of that the last couple of nights as well, Connor.
Yeah. 100%.
But there's a general chat with 6 to 8 drivers every single night of the week, and they're laughing, and they're having fun, and they're bantering back and forth, and that is exactly what the TCRs are all about in real life. And it applies here as well. Guys going door to door, banging wheels, and there's just laughing, and everyone's having fun.
Yeah, and I definitely preach this series overall because I've always been kind of an outsider. Like, I've never really went into an SRW race, but it's just a ball of laughs. So I definitely come and do your TCRs, your F3s, anything. Come down, guys. Have a bowl and just contact Scotty Rankin or me or whoever you can get in contact, or even just go to our Facebook page, SRW World, and we'll get you guys all ready, kitted out, and come and.
All the links are below the stream, by the way. simracingworld.com.au. Sign-ups are now open for season number 4. TCRs are on the schedule again for next season. Will be, I believe, the schedule will stay the same in terms of Wednesday night racing. Will be Formula 3 and TCRs on your Wednesday nights. Coming to you next season will be GT3s and GT4 combos on Friday night.
So if you're
interested in some multi-class racing, that is how to celebrate your Friday nights, the end of the working week. Anyway, we are about to cross live to our podium celebrations, and we'll be hopefully talking to Matty Gerard. I don't see him on Discord at the moment. We'll see if we can grab him. But we definitely have Dylan De Bono and Riley Jones. And something we haven't done all season is actually interview those two guys together. Like, I can guarantee...
Good night to start, eh?
Well, I was going to say, again, we've just finished banging on about how good it is, the racing between
100%.
these guys, and banging wheels and hard all season. And both of us said, oh man, Dylan's so talented. Oh man, Riley's so talented as a driver. He's having so much fun. It's so close to racing. We'll finally get to talk to those two after the championship is over and decided. And in fact, we do have all three of them.
Matty. Yeah, there he is.
So we'll go ahead and jump Matty straight away. Matty, P number 3, interesting strategy call to come to the box late in that safety car period. Just barely making it home by the look of that, but that's all you needed to do to get it home. Matty Gerard, you there?
Don't think he's got a copy. Push to talk, mate.
Unfortunately, Matty Gerard's not replying at the moment. We'll see if we can grab him again in a few moments.
Oh, he's left.
In the meantime, we'll go ahead and grab the top 2, because I can guarantee you that when these guys get in the green room before they jump up for a broadcast and a chat with
they'll be chatting away.
The race, it's always back and forth between the racing between you two. Riley, how'd you on the pit stops there tonight, though, Dylan?
Yeah, he had me on that one. I was pretty green on knowing how much fuel to put in and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, he got me on that one.
Riley, we heard both of you saving all race. The number of laps that you guys shadowed like he's going to go through 130R side by side before Dylan was like, yeah, I'm saving more fuel than you are. It was a game of going fast, but going fast on minimal gas tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. You know, and especially with those long straights, you need to look for a tow as much as you can. And yeah, I tried and did my best, and just the pit stop was all I needed. That all fell my way, and it was a good series.
Is that you? No, that's Nathan Allen. I was about to say, what's your ruddy teammate doing out there burning tyres? Is he learned that he doesn't have to put them on next week?
Last race.
Oh yeah, I think he's blown the budget this whole season with the damage. So
I think what do you call it? Maybe a big budget, mate.
Yeah, his side of the team, his budget's blown out a fair bit. A few panels.
Yeah, I've got a teammate like that, so yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. What a result, guys! That was absolute mega to watch. How did you go from 12th to second, mate? Because that was absolute awesome to watch from Scotty and myself from the commentary box. It was just mega to watch.
Yeah, it was good fun, to be honest. The first, it was all started in qualifying. Really, I was having a bit of internet problems, and then just did a stupid mistake on my fast lap, just drove in the grass, and then the first lap I was going all right. Then we got to the double ride, and then there was an incident ahead of me, and just got caught up in that. Then I was like, well, it's pretty well over here. And then I was driving around, and I heard someone request a tow. I was like, oh, no way. Then I heard safety car, and I was like, oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, we saw that, and we were like, oh, we saw the crash, and we were like, oh, how do we go here? Because, you started so far back, and we're like, oh, Riley might have this, and yeah, you just came back like an absolute rocket, mate. I swear you either put NOS or rocket fuel in the back of that thing, and that buzz box was moving tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. When I was going through the field, like I was pumping out times I haven't even seen before, like 13.8. I was like, whoa. I don't know if the truck cooled down or something, but yeah, I was like, wow, I was pretty fast. And then I thought everyone was just fuel saving around me, so I got a bit worried then. But yeah, I was really, really not up to the fuel numbers and all that sort of stuff, so that sort of let it down this time. But at the end of the day, this round was just trying to stay out of the trouble and getting the end result.
Talk to us about the bravery that this takes, because we're looking at the first of the moves around the outside now on the screen. Connor actually gave you the nickname about halfway through that race of Roman Grosjean, because you're constantly sending it around the outside, mate.
Oh yeah, that was quite scary, that one. It was like those mid pack runners. They race for sheep stations. Like they don't want to give an inch. Like that's fair enough, but
put the big whiteys on, mate.
Yeah, I feel like he was running he had a Toyota S6 wide body on that, mate. It was crazy.
Oh well, you made it stick. Like I said, Scotty, like look at that, mate. Like I don't think even I would have done that. Try and do it on the outside, definitely at that corner. But mate, what a drive! I don't think. I mean, in the whole field. I mean, besides Riley, I don't think there was a lot out there that could have stopped you, mate. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, cheers, guys, and just finally, thanks to you guys, Scotty, the production team. Without any of the broadcasting, none of this would be as good as what it is. SRW for the amazing league. Like, it's each week they're taking on feedback, and it's just getting better and better. Everyone for the good racing, like Riley. Yeah, it's been awesome racing. I know we've had a few troubles with the black team and that sort of stuff, but it's shown just that you can race properly without having any of those interruptions. And yeah, it's just been really good.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, Dylan DeBono, driver of the Zero 03, finishes P2, but we'll take out your championship, and we'll move on to talking to Riley Jones. And Riley, I think that we're just talking just before you guys jumped up here in the commentary booth. I think the way that that's all gone together towards the tail end of the season, like I don't recall a week where we haven't sat back and said to you or said to Dylan or said to anyone on the podium, you're banging doors, but there's a grin from ear to ear the whole time because it's clean. It's not banging doors with the intent to take anyone out. You guys are banging doors because that's how you've got to race these things close. But the whole time, there's nothing but fun.
No, that's it, and I was only saying that to Dylan before, and as he said, with some of the dramas we've had in teams, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, I've got a lot of respect for him as much as he's got for me, and I said, like, I'm just glad that this whole season we've done nothing but race clean. Like, there's no need to bump doors, or, a bit of rubbins racing as obvious, but we haven't been aggressive. Like, if someone's got the run, you just let them go. Like, it's just clean, good racing.
It's about setting those moves up. It's about positioning the car properly. And there's a lot of tracks and a lot of corners that you can go side by side through, but it's about using your head and knowing when to and when not to. And I think that's been on display right up and down the championship. Talk to us a little bit about Suzuka. We talked last week at length about how the cars and the attributes, they just don't suit this track. And then we see you go a mile off trying to pull the car up for Spoon.
Oh, yeah, mate. It's... I think, like, obviously you had to utilise this week and the week leading up to it to get some practice in, because I tell you what, like I said last week, it's just getting the nose turned in, and that's the hardest bit, and you accelerate and it just wants to push, and obviously the guys that come out on top were the ones that could drive it the best. It just worked out for us, and I'm glad that Dylan and I showed that we are ones that are contending for this, and we're the ones that you need to beat. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, I was even saying to Scott, even the last couple of days or even today, saying these things push. Like, if no one has driven these things, I recommend to go and drive them, because it will teach you between pushing the car and just driving it smoothly, so you can get the nose pointed in and get that power down as quickly as you can without spinning the tyres or anything like that. And it's just remarkable to see you guys driving these. It looks like you guys are just driving like a supercar without that power. You guys are just pointing it in and driving it, and it absolutely looks spectacular. So yeah, well done.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, it was good. And I tell you what, off the back of what Dylan said about that safety car, I said the exact same thing. I was like, oh, damn.
Well, mate, your opportunity. It's been an awesome season. It's been awesome having you along for the ride. Driver of the 99 wins tonight, finishes runner-up in the TCR Championship. It went close all the way to the wire, but he is Riley Jones from Man Up Sim Racing, and it's made possible by...
Yeah, boys, obviously Paul and the boys are Man Up. They always get behind me, looking after me, and we're going well. And obviously Oakcrest Electrical, RPG Transport, and Fast First Aid, and SRW. Thanks for putting on an awesome league. I'm really excited for next season, especially with all the races being at home. And to the commentary team, thanks for always putting on an awesome show, and bring on next season.
Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Jones, driver of the 99 from End Up Sim Racing, wins your season finale from Suzuka. Thank you very much, boys. Thanks to both of you. It's been awesome to watch you go toe-to-toe each week, and it has been that, response, drive to the circumstances that you're surrounded by, do whatever you can. It's just so good to watch, boys. So we expect to see you back next week. I'll see you on tracks next season, though.
Oh, awesome.
So...
Yeah, look out. That budget might go a bit further, boys. So yeah, extend your budgets a little bit, put some more money into it, and yeah, you should be alright.
As long as Scotty wants to, as long as Scotty wants to put into my salary and my budget, I'm happy for him to race around me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be even worse if I was out there.
Alright, get out, you two. I've had it.
Just ganging up on you now, Scotty. Don't you love me?
Every week.
We got to get in early before we start racing.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, boys. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next season, yeah?
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Alright, well, that about wraps it up in terms of the podium celebrations here from the TCRs. We have unfortunately not been able to get
I think he was in there, but yeah.
a hold. Yeah, Matty Gerard's. I'm just trying to get him.
He's in the green room.
So he's come back again. Matty Gerard has been in and out. I think he's trying to solve his issues, but we might finally have him. Matty Gerard, you there, mate?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you this time.
Hey.
Mate, strategy call tonight. Played a little bit of strategy chicken and come out on top.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty stoked with it, eh? I saw one of the other boys on the first lap of the safety car there shoot in, and I thought, I wonder if this is the right thing to do. So I copied, and brilliant work, whoever that was.
Copy and paste.
I think it was Tyson McAvoy you were following home. And then, unfortunately for Tyson, he puts it in the wall, and you'll take a donation any way you can get them.
Oh, 100%. Hey, this is a remake of the first race of the season. I think I came third in that because everyone else stuffed up in front of me. So I'll take it.
I was gonna say, mate, like awesome strategy, and I was me and Scotty had like different opinions about McAvoy's strategy. I was like, oh, he's gonna have more in the tank, like a lap or two, more than the other boys. And Scotty was like, oh, but track position and all that. But like, I didn't even see it coming, mate. And seriously, awesome result. Seriously, like saving that extra bit of fuel from that pit stop. I've always said, like in Indy cars, for instance, pit when you can, put that fuel in, it could be, it could gain you so much. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, I did try and do a lot of fuel saving through the middle of the race there.
Yep.
And my fuel calculator kept on saying that I wasn't going to make it to the end.
Oh
well, I'm gonna have to put fuel in, and then with about 10 minutes to go, finally told me I had about a litre and a half or so to go. So it's, oh shit, I'll take that.
Yeah, 100%. Put that in swear jar too, mate.
Yeah, sorry boys, sorry.
Yeah, all good, brother, all good. I haven't popped one yet, so yeah.
How good's the season been so far, Matty? Like you said, you started the season off with the podium, you come back, you end the season off with the podium, and it's just been, obviously there's been a few weeks we haven't been able to make it, but end to end, the racing's just been phenomenal.
Oh, it has. I've really enjoyed it, eh? I mean, there was a couple of races there, I think the last couple I struggled with, just trying to get a hang of these cars. But no, it's been really good, really close racing. I've got to hand it to the boys such as Dylan, who seem to be able to drive these cars like they're bloody on, they're on rails. So, it's been really a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to next season with all the Aussie tracks.
So, obviously coming back next season, that's already booked in?
Yeah, mate, all ready and raring to go.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, look, I mean, there's obviously some tricky tracks on the schedule. You start off with something that's probably quite good for racing in the TCRs in terms of Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, and that's all gone well. And then you bookend the season with bloody Suzuka. Who picks these tracks?
Oh,
who's in charge of this?
Are you involved, Scotty? I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm actually not.
Oh, you'd probably want to drive on Winton and stuff like that. But yeah, what do you call it? Like I was saying, I don't know if you're in here, Matty, but I said Suzuka's got to be an absolute dog of a thing, just trying to haul it around, and the other two boys were just nailing it. But yeah, you were doing awesome, mate. Seriously, and from the fuel strategy, seriously, honestly, this is my first
first round with the boys, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next season. That's for sure.
Yeah. I've got a feel for our mate Randall. He has not had a lot of luck. He's quick. I actually know him quite well. And just unfortunate he's had all these gear lever problems and stuff. So shout out to him. He's got the skills and so forth to put it up front there and take the league out if he doesn't have the troubles along the way.
100%. We did see that in the stream, and yeah, it was just not a good thing to see someone having issues. So yeah, definitely not good.
Mate, we're going to jump across to the F3 at the moment, so unfortunately we're going to have to wrap the podium celebrations up there. But before you do go, I will give you the opportunity to say shout outs to all the sponsors to make it possible.
Shout out to SRW and all the guys involved with this. And once again, I said it at the end of the race, shout out to Greg Johnson with his prostate cancer fundraising he's doing. So if anyone's listening, looking to donate anything, I believe he's got a website out there. I think Greg Johnson Racing, I think, is his Facebook page. But
yeah, all the stuff's actually on the stream and in the chat. So we'll make sure that awesome. Everyone's got the links and whatnot available to them. So Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, ladies and gentlemen, jump on and support all of the research
100%.
that's going on through Greg Johnson's direct link and teams and whatnot, and we will be able to make sure that they can see in there the fundraising goals already up past $550 donated so far. So
it's awesome.
Get checked, boys. It's important.
Yeah, 100%.
And the benefit is, ladies and gents, as well, if you do want to get yourself checked these days, you don't have to get checked in the traditional format. You can monitor your prostate cancer levels through what's called a PSA in your blood level these days. So it's not as bad as it used to be. You don't need to drop the DAX and get checked. You just need to take a needle to the arm. Although I do still pass out at needles for blood tests, mind you. So for some of us, it's still quite tough. Anyway, thank you very much for everything, Matty. It's been a pleasure seeing you out there each and every week. There's so many comments. I can actually say that I've spoken to a few of the drivers and I've said how good it is racing Matty Gerard. He's always clean. He's always there. He's always in the fight. But he makes it so that we can all get around. And I think that caps you off as in a nutshell. It's so good to hear.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Matty. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. That's not all tonight from Wacky Wednesdays. We've got the feature races coming your way from the Formula 3. We have Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. It is a Formula 1 track. How do the Formula 3s perform around the track, given it's had a few off-track incident point upgrades in the final chicane? All of that to come your way the other side of these few ad breaks. We're going to jump away for a couple moments to do some stuff behind the scenes. We'll be back with your Formula 3. Toddy behind the cameras, Chef Toddy, who we continue to see beautiful shots out of, by the way, Toddy. I know you're listening back there. I keep seeing all those beautiful Facebook photos of you doing camera work and working as a TV chef. Our Toddy is famous, ladies and gentlemen. He is, trust me. He says he's not quite famous. He's famous. He's SRW famous. He's TV famous. He's famous. He's famous. He's famous Toddy. He's not Chef Toddy, he's famous Toddy. Righto, Formula 3 action. Qualifying has now commenced for the Formula 3s here from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Connor, you back yet? Okay, just me at the moment. Connor will be back here in just a few moments. So we'll go solo to kick things off. And there he is.
Sorry, just had to jump over to my team.
Yes, about that. They're all sitting in chat saying that you're the one that normally blows the team budget on car parts. Confirm or deny, Connor? Confirm or deny?
Deny.
Okay, I don't believe that for a minute. I thoroughly believe what they say.
Really?
I've seen you drive. No more needed.
You reckon Brayden?
Yes.
I'm rougher than Brayden.
I've known Brayden longer than you.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to believe him a little bit more, even though I know that he is prone to winding me up.
Yeah. The one guy in our team. What do you call it? The guy in our team that is Mr. Consistent, we've called him, Matty Stewart. He is Mr. Consistent. And he's doing Sunday, so yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Reliable. Obviously not Colin Nixon. Colin Nixon would never be Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Speed, Mr. Pace. Mr. Slow, that would describe you quite well.
Oh, who beat you on Tuesday, mate? Twice.
Hang on. Who beat you in the sprint cars on Tuesday?
Because I left.
Does it matter? Look, all I'm hearing is excuses. You knew you were going to get beaten, and so you quit. That's what I'm hearing.
Let's just wait until IndyCars, buddy.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the commentary box is sufficiently wound up. Oh! I've just seen a huge incident between Darren Fahey and Greg Johnson. Huge incident. I don't know if this is going to show it. This might show it. All I saw was Greg Johnson trying to rejoin the track, and then Darren Fahey's just blown through him. So this separate incident. Okay.
I actually did that today. I was actually doing a bit of practice. You can lock these things up pretty easy.
But it takes a few laps to get tyre temperature in these things, Connor.
Yeah.
And they are based around fuel consumption as well. So lap times, and they'll fix that up. So you got to be out there for all of qualifying. That may cost Darren Fahey a pole position.
There's our information.
19 degrees. It is Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, part of an island in the city of Montreal. As you can see in the background of some of the shots, there's a whole bunch of water. There's a river all around it.
I'd actually be keen to go to Montreal. Someone buy me a plane ticket. Put a wheelchair on a plane's not easy, so yeah. Look out.
Mate, I tell you what, you do quite well. Or somebody said to me tonight, last night, that you've obviously got health issues. There's actually, I will say to everyone that is actually out there, there is a large part of the sim racing community, not just within sim racing world, but in a lot of spaces I've interacted with, that do it with health difficulties. So, and you're... Okay, so we finally found the replay of the incident, I think, between Greg Johnson and Darren Fahey. So, never mind. We've got technical difficulties again. But anyway, I was going to say, you do a phenomenal job. And there are a lot of people out there that deserve a lot of respect for what they do. I've driven around a whole bunch of guys with vision impairments caused by workplace injuries. I've driven around guys like yourself.
Yeah. The guy that kicks your butt. Oh, there we go. Scott probably doesn't want to come back to the combox for next season at all. He's done.
Why do you think I'm disappearing off to race TCRs, mate?
Yeah. I'm not shocked.
Mate, it's basically a like-for-like replacement. Last week it was Cowie sitting here giving me all hell up in the commentary booth, and Cowie, nothing him. Connor, bring Connor in. Connor won't do that to me. No, absolutely, Connor.
No. I think I'm worse than Kerry, surely.
I was about to say, is it just a requirement to be in the commentary booth? You've got to be able to.
Nothing against him. Not a thing. They're like, nah. Yeah, we don't know this guy.
We've done 3 endurance races with him. We don't want to see him again.
No. Yeah. Yeah, they love me, hate you. Yeah.
Mate, they just don't know what a good person looks like.
Yeah,
that's why they hate me and love you. Yep.
Yeah, yep. And that's why they love Luke. Yep.
If you can't have fun with your sim racing, you can't have fun with your sim racing commentary, get out of the combox.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I hope Luke's watching this too. I hope.
Mate, they were telling me how excited you were for your commentary debut with SRW. I jumped in there before I jumped in here. They said you were all excited.
No, 100%.
Oh, that's touching. That's
No.
touching.
Don't cry, Scott.
Mate, a lovely night here, alone in the commentary box, just me and you. This is we'll sit here and we'll talk about car racing all night. It's gonna be a great date. Sorry, I'm married, Connor. I'm married.
No kid yet?
It's 2 fur children. I just had to put them to bed.
No, yeah. Yeah, they're the hardest.
I tell you, my wife's left me this week to go. She's out doing a zookeeping course in Dubbo. She's going to play with the animals. I actually sent her a message this morning. Are you cheating on me with the animals? Her response: don't ask.
Oof.
She loves her animal. Oh. All right, qualifying we're about 2/3 of the way through qualifying at the moment. Matty Jones is up on pole. Adam Simpson has jumped into P2. Matty Jones is now backwards at this point in time.
Good.
Darren Fay, after starting off in P2 in the early running, has now dipped back to P4. As he is known, Adam Simpson is in P2.
Especially around here would be the flying fish.
Flying over curbs and hoping not to damage the suspension.
Pretty much. I mean, it wouldn't take much to go from the river to the track, really.
Oh no. It's just surrounded. It's completely and utterly surrounded. It's
100%. Imagine when you go to Detroit.
Yeah. Good thing they took it off the IndyCar schedule. Not a great track.
Scott. I don't like it anymore.
I'm not a fan of Detroit Belle. You can leave me alone. Controversial opinion, but not a fan of Detroit Belle. All right? You take whatever you want. Give me Nashville every day of the week.
Of course you'd go Nashville.
There's nothing better than hearing the IndyCars jump when they hit the end of each of the cement blocks over the Nashville Bridge.
Yeah.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. You know, that's basically what they sound like going over the bridge.
Yeah.
Just constant bouncing. Great. Who are we watching on screen? I think it is actually Darren Fahey we're stuck on at the moment. Apologising for sticking with the one driver, but it's been phenomenal. We get all this vision of Darren Fahey each week.
He'd love it.
He's getting all that camera time. Kittens Racing. Connor, have you had an opportunity to review the point scenario for Formula 3?
I have not, Scotty.
Let's have a look. Great opportunity to have a look at it right now. Yeah, there we go. See, I'm here because I can talk fast and I sound exciting. You're here for your brains. That was not a smart move.
Should probably be opposite, eh? Welcome to Wacky Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen.
Matty Jones is boxed up in behind Glenn Johnson, and we'll try and get a run out of the final corner, get alongside him at the start-finish line, start with the flying lap. We have 2 minutes left in qualifying for the final time this season. Finals week is run and done for 3 series out of 6 already, so we are officially halfway. Actually, sorry, my apologies. We have 4 series left to go, so we're just under halfway. Halfway through this race, we will be halfway through finals week.
Okay, so we got a good battle on, Scotty. So from P7 to P4. So Darren, Andrew, and Nathan and Adam, they're our 7th to 4th. They're very close in points. Now, when you go to P3 and P2 and P1, P1's pretty much running away with it. Matty Jones, Adrian in 50 points apart from P1 and P2, and 60 points apart from P4 and P7. So it's not much in it, to be honest. When you
a couple notes here tonight that are coming out of the Kittens Racing squad. Cowie's not here this week, so I had to go digging and talk to Darren Fahey to get a few updates. Daniel Byrne from Kittens Racing is in Bali with his lovely wife Bianca, and will miss the last round. We hope that you're having a lovely getaway, Daniel. He's probably will check in at some point to see how the boys are racing. Probably just wants to say hello, enjoy a nice beer down on the beach in Bali, and we hope that if he is, you're thoroughly enjoying things. Get back to your holiday. The boys are fine without you. Adrian Loretti has spent the last 2 hours trying to solve a computer gremlin. He wants this championship extremely badly and hasn't won one for a while. So Loretti is going to be struggling tonight, potentially with hardware issues throughout the race, may opt to just secure his P2. And finally, admin were aware of people jumping in that weren't subscribed. SRW admin had to change setting for the races because Kittens Racing had a stalker ghosting them.
Oh.
That wasn't Cowie. I feel like that was Cowie last week.
Oh, it could have been. I mean, I wish someone was stalking 1-9. There probably is, but who knows? There probably is. I don't know. I feel like your Scotty Rankin sounds about right.
Never do that. I don't know what you're on about. You leave me alone, sir. What have I ever done to you? Darren Fahey has jumped back to P number 2 as qualifying will come to an end. Andrew Lydon is in the pits and will not qualify any further up than he already has. He got himself up to P6, and that's where he will stay.
I was about to say, Scotty, have you seen from P1 and P2?
Yes, there's nearly a second margin between Matty Jones and Darren Fahey.
Yes. What a
Matty
lap.
is lightning quick and continues to be. He sets
Jet fuel?
Yeah, a little bit of that out of gas.
Yeah, yep. Probably burns a bit more fuel, so, you know.
I actually used to race with a few motocross guys that used to run out of gas.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was made for an amazing smell, mind you. Amazing smell.
Imagine.
And we will apologise continually, guys, here. Unfortunately, SDK, which is our broadcasting software that we run for all of our live timings, just not playing ball again for Formula 3 with us here tonight. Play ball very nicely for the TCRs, but sometimes it's not just the drivers who are battling computer gremlins, it's the commentary team as well.
Just noticed Tyson McAvoy didn't get a lap time in.
Race control.
Ah, right. Massive mistake by me. Copy.
Greg Barber and Tyson McAvoy are race control drivers.
Take note.
Mate, first night here, you get to make boo-boos. If the rest of us make boo-boos, whilst you're sitting here and you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That would be like watching Shane Van Gisbergen go down to the first corner at Bathurst against a mob of rookies and just going way deep and having to sit there and watch the rookies go by.
You know, I've raced against Shane. He's an interesting character on the track. Let's just say that. But yeah, I think we're off to the race now. Yes,
we are.
Hmm.
Off to
So,
the races.
gritting up.
What are we? We're like a month out from Melbourne Cup, aren't we? No, Melbourne Cup's November.
Oh my god. Yep. I'm not a fan of the Melbourne Cup, so I can't tell you. Actually, I've never.
Most importantly, there's a public holiday tomorrow.
I know, which I'm probably not gonna have off. Oh my god, there's another boo boo. We're just gonna start racking them on. But yeah, public holiday. So hopefully everyone's gonna enjoy it. Talking about people, thanks to all the people that are watching from the SRW, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else that the boys put on for tonight.
Hey, guess who's out there?
Who?
Driver 808 is Daniel Byrne. He said,
there
"Let's
it
go, kittens, boys. Enjoying Bali. Thanks." Well, I hope it's.
There we go.
I hope it's lovely down on the beach, mate. How's the beer? Tell us what you've been enjoying so far.
Don't get barley belly either. That's a killer. I've had that before. No one knows what that is. Go to Bali. Go to Bali. Drink the water.
I just haven't been to Bali myself. I've only left the country once, mate.
Oh, yeah. I've been across everywhere. Asia. Done a whole of Asia. Yeah. But anyway, I'll tell you off stream what Barley Belly is, Scott.
No, I know what it is. My mother-in-law goes there all the time. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She would know what it is.
I've done sim racing around all 20 corners of the globe. Yeah, how's that?
Yeah. You beat me, Scotty. Yeah, Scott's been around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this season, the Formula 3s are going to get themselves set. Lights are going to start coming on. We will be racing with one of the smaller grids this season, and lights out, away we go in Canada to cap the season off. 1 hour at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve starts with Matty Jones going through turn 1 in the race lead. In behind him, Darren Fahey and Adam Simpson are going to fight it out for P2, and it is going to be Fahey that just barely comes away with it with a big wiggle off the first corner. And they'll try and settle themselves in through the first of the chicanes. And the JWM drivers and the gold cars have just come together. I think Bradley Hudson made contact with the rear bumper of teammate Wade Reynolds.
You wouldn't want to be in that chat right now.
Wade was just a little bit too deep into turn 3. So this is the race start, and that will be Wade Reynolds on the right of your screen in that first of the JWM cars. Keep your eyes on the Kittens Racing Machine. The pink and black is Kittens 1. Kittens 2, the pink and white. We'll separate them out. This will be Adam Simpson down the inside trying to grab that spot away.
I think Adam had a bit of an issue. He just dropped back quite a bit.
Might have picked himself up a slowdown. Yeah, he's a mile back now off of the rear bumper of Adrian Loretti. And indeed, I think he's actually out of the toe. So that's us getting through to
that's
number
not
1.
a slowdown. That's something. Hang on.
Unless he's still clearing it.
No, I don't think they're that big around here, though.
They are. They're huge. They're absolutely massive.
Okay.
So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually stuck in another replay loop at this point in time. So we'll try and get you back to live pictures when we absolutely can. And there we are, back to live straight away. So well done by the chef behind the scenes.
Big shift.
Oh, contact in turn number 1. Brad Hudson gets turned around by Greg Johnson. And for the second time tonight, Greg has caused the crash.
Yeah, that was a massive one. Looks like the boys have just came together at turn 1. So, yeah, Greg's hit the back of Bradley.
There it is. Carried so much more speed than Brad through turn number 2. I just don't think he was expecting Brad to check up that much. And both of them will drive on. I think Greg's going to attempt to redress it.
I think Greg's got quite a bit of damage. No, he's redressed. Yeah, Greg's got massive damage on the back. Yeah, massive damage by Greg. That's going to suck. I don't know if there's a fast repair on this, but yeah, he will not want that. I don't think anyone wants damage on these F3s. If anyone's done F3A before, that is a killer. Absolute killer when you hit someone. Wheel comes flying off and that'll be it. So,
that's what wrote. Yep.
Yeah, so leading right now is Matty Jones by a margin, an absolute margin. One of the, from just standing out from the whole pack. I think he's almost 2 seconds away.
Oh! Adam Simpson's going to be next in the pit lane for a fast repair. He has just absolutely clouted the Wall of Champions. So first Wall of Champions strike tonight. It was a huge moment off the last corner. He just pushed straight wide into the barrier. He's still going on. There's no issue, though, so he's gotten away with that one.
Maybe netcode. I've never seen a fishy car on a F3 before.
Well, you have now.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Rare.
Once he's downforce cars, he's a big fan of the Radicals as well as Adam Simpson, so you'll see him tomorrow night.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've only seen fishy cars in the Supercars. I would drive with the other boys. Yeah, it's good to see an F3 with a fishy livery on it.
Fishy. Radicals tomorrow night will coming to you courtesy of Mount Panorama. They will be concluding their season at the mountain. And oh boy, am I terrified. I'm shaking in my boots.
Are you, Scott, again?
It's just such a good combination. But if you've ever wanted to experience what utter hell looks like for an hour, Bathurst in a Radical. It is, the wheels are so heavy.
Adam's making a move for the last chicane.
Adams dropped back into the toe. He'll get down the inside here of Andrew Lydon and gets that job done. So Simpson will come back away with the spot. This time doesn't strike the Wall of Champions, and that's going to be critical to keeping his race alive here tonight.
I was going to say for another example, because these wheels stick out so much, like the first bit of the wall you'll hit is your wheels. Your wheels will hit it instantly. So, yep, the F3s are not kind. If you've ever driven the supercar, that thing's got an open, not an open wheel. So when you hit the wall, the wheel doesn't get damaged. Just a bit of bodywork, go in the pits, fix it up. But with these F3s, you've got to be on the limit, but you've got to keep off the wall. So yeah, and that's what Matty Jones up front is doing perfectly.
Do you reckon he's backing it off a little bit now? He's just sort of driving a little bit within himself because he's got a 3-second margin nice and early. He's only got to beat Loretti and it's guaranteed.
I don't know. I think he's just driving it. I don't think there's much to it, eh? I think he's just another class above everyone, to be honest.
And I mean, talk about it from Loretti's standpoint. We were just talking about you come into grand final night. In terms of where the Dylan DeBono was in terms of TCR, except for he was leading the championship. Well, talk to me about Adrian Loretti. Guy's trying to hunt it down. He's giving himself every opportunity at the last round, and hardware issues just jump in the way.
Yeah, it's been quite not funny, but just for some reason, everyone's just having hardware issues, hardware issues tonight. I think it's just a Wednesday night thing.
You're saying Wacky Wednesday comes full circle?
Wacky Wednesday is hardware issue Wednesday. I think that's what we'll call it. Just seems like with coming through TCR to F3, it's just, the cars, if your Wednesday,
Hashtag first world problems.
Yeah, first world problems. Some of these guys are on like 20 grand rigs, and something fails. It's like, oh no. But but it is what it is.
It is what it is. You can't do much about it, so you crack on with things to the best of your ability. Right, we are still cracking on with this race, and Matty Jones, Darren Fahey are leading this one away. It is 4 seconds the margin from Matty Jones back to Darren, and Loretti's 3.5 seconds now starting to fall back off of him.
I think he's pushing, man. I don't think he's backing off at all.
So Darren Fahey is just not able to just quite keep up. That's Greg Johnson on the curbing through turn number 1. First lap cars that will get caught and overtaken by the race leader. So we'll see if they can settle themselves out and get themselves down and into things nice and easily in this early stage.
Hopefully, Matty would want to just get by him as quickly as he can, eh? Like, just being the faster car, you just want to get around him, waste no time, and go for it.
Well, that's just it. You want to settle yourself in. You want to make sure that you're all set, you're all ready to go, you're doing everything that you possibly can, and then just something happens those first few laps. It's so difficult as a lap car to be there and be that far back in the early running of things. You don't want to be back there.
Yeah, you don't want to be there, and there's, I mean, there's different rules and there's different different rules for different classes. So your Indy cars, in their rule book is the lap cars don't actually have to move away. They can just race how they want to, and don't have to let you go. But in F3s, there is a rule that you need to let the other cars go by, and yeah, that's what Greg will do. And yeah, let Manny go.
Yep, so Greg Johnson will just jump completely out of the way. He'll do all that he possibly can to let these boys go on through. When Matty gets up to him in the next lap or so. Remember, that's a Greg Johnson that's most likely got some form of damage on that car as well, so it will not be handling to the best of its ability.
You know what those Kinton cars remind me? Oh,
Round the outside from Matty Jones. Yep, easily navigated.
Those Kinton cars look like racecraft liveries. I just noticed that.
Nice leisurely old stroll this one's turning out to be. Fairly pedestrian.
Just kick back with go to Bali and have a pint, mate.
Maybe Daniel's in the right spot.
Yeah, I would be.
Oh, Steven Sinkovic is broken a left rear by the look of that.
Yeah, so
And it's the Wall of Champions.
that's his rear axle going. He's going in the pits now. Oh, you can hear the rev limiter off, just bashing it. He must be getting no power through those back wheels. Oh, you just gotta hate that, don't you? Just that tiny little bit too close, and you've just smacked it, and that will be it.
That's it.
He's got a fast repair though, so he'll take that and be off his way. Hopefully, he's ticked the tyres off.
Yep, so he'll settle himself back in here. Greg Johnson will actually go through, so Steven Sinkovic now becomes the last car running. So he's going to do his best to get back out there. He's grabbed the fast repair and he'll be chilling back out and getting involved in the race once again.
Wade's just past Steven. This is a very chilled out night.
Yeah, I agree.
We've went from the extreme to chilled out.
To the dream.
Yeah.
No, last race was the dream.
Yeah. Dream.
So this will be your first, we're talking to you obviously a fair bit midweek and whatnot as well. You're lining yourself up for a few SLW series next season. What's caught your eye?
Oh, if I wasn't, see now, if I was, probably the eyes I'm looking for is probably Thursday and Wednesday. They're my 2 days that I'm free, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and maybe Monday. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, see if the boys want me. This is my first day out, so yeah, see what the boys think, and yeah, see how we go.
Yeah. So on the charge now is Adrian Loretti, who's actually my apologies. It's actually Adam Simpson who's on the charge at this point in time. Loretti's fallen back into his clutches just a little bit, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on the fish with wings, the flying fish.
But you'll laugh, Scotty. Talking about series and stuff. All my guys from 1-9, the team that I race with, they're actually planning to do Wednesday, doing a couple of days through the week. And
Good.
Good.
I am looking forward to putting Braden in the wall. And he will know that, and he will be prepared for it.
Oh, 100%. He's just going to put bubble wrap on the whole car. But Chris will be like, I'm not having another bill, Brayden. Just come on. Don't need another bill, mate. But yeah, I don't think. I think from Brayden, I'd say I'm probably. I'm going to put Jake in the dirt. It'd probably be Brayden, Jake, myself, then Mr. Consistent for sure. Then we've actually brought on a new teammate called Harrison Lil. He's just came on board too. But I shouldn't be talking about my team. We're racing, so. But anyway, but yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you're kicking on. You're getting forward to it. You're looking forward to it.
100%. I think.
The V8 Supercars caught your eyes as well until somebody convinced you to go race IndyCars on Sunday night.
Yeah. I don't know who that would be. Not at all.
No. There's no IndyCar fans here. None.
No.
Porsche Cup fan? Radical fan?
Yeah.
I did hear Brayden actually talking about the Radicals.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quick in the Cup car.
Oh, Toddy just said in the chat he's driving the Porsche next season. Is that the Porsche GT3 or is that the Cup car, Carrera Cup car, Toddy? Oh, he's getting in the Porsche Cup car. He's going for the old spin the wheel. I did see register for the GT3s as well.
Yeah, well, talking about GT3s and GT4s, Toddy, and by the way, stream, we've got Toddy in our ears the whole time, so just to let you know, so we're trying to listen to him and still commentary.
He's banned from talking to you guys. That's why he's on broadcast.
Yeah, Toddy's a bad boy. So, but so called him the chef. So yeah, a lot of swearing. So yeah, but yeah, he's talking about GT3s and GT4s, which is next season. So I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. I actually didn't know about it, which is terrible because I'm commentating for SRW now, which I probably should know everything, but first day.
You get to claim that you're the rookie here, and
exactly. Not Cowie anymore.
No, so you get to claim, but it's just my first day, sir.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say something. Something about A pluses, but anyway. But
anyway, moving right along.
Yeah, moving along. But yeah, I think next season is a big old check for SRW as a whole. Especially doing an Australian series, I think is definitely what a lot more people need.
Hang on, Greg Johnson's off the road yet again. He had actually started opening that margin up between himself and Steven Sinkovic. We'll get a replay here.
So he's...
So, ladies and gents, we're going to have to do it radio style in terms of how things are coming to you. We do have replays, we do have cameras functioning, but unfortunately, we can't get any of the timing to work behind the scenes at the moment. So, out in the lead at this point in time is going to be Matty Jones. Last time across the stripe, he would finish his 11th lap. Matty Jones is on your screen. And then we move from him to Darren Fay. Adrian Loretti's in P3. That's the Kittens machines. Adam Simpson in P4, the Fish with Wings. Andrew Lydon, the third of the Kittens racing entries.
Is that a mouth on that car?
Wade Reynolds and Bradley Hudson on the next two.
You saw that, Scotty, with the mouth?
So what? Yeah.
Yeah.
The mouth.
Now we have Greg Johnson.
Big shout out to Greggy Johnson again with all the fundraising work doing for Prostate Cancer Awareness Month again this month. Can't say enough about it.
Yeah, I think with the prostate he's doing amazing. I think more people need to go and get checked and go and look at. I think some people avoid it, but yeah, go and get yourself checked, guys.
If you need more information about it, don't forget Greg is always available. There's support groups right around nationwide that can talk to you and give you some more information about what's the goods, what information you need to work on your health, whether that be mental health, physical health, or otherwise. Prostate cancer is a large part of that, and as well to the women in the audience as well. Make sure you keep yourselves up to date on breast cancer as well. I believe that's a family member of Greg Johnson as well on the front of the car. Toddy was just saying in our area. Of course, we can hear that. You guys can't. Yeah. It is powerful tributes. The key part.
Yeah, I think I remember on the sorry for plugging another thing, but yeah, I remember doing a race and someone actually had on the back of their car, their grandma actually passed away that day, and he raced that night, and it was really, the whole league kind of was shocked, like, you're racing, man, and he had his family member on the back of the car, and it was really touching, to be honest, knowing that it could have been your family member or whatever. But yeah, definitely yeah, stuff like that is really cool to see, and yeah, well done for Greg to put it on the car and for everyone to see. And yeah.
I mean, I will, pipe up and say, yeah, I actually did my first Indy 500 the weekend after my uncle passed away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's tough.
He was riding along with me on the side of the car.
Yep, that's it.
So, but that's what it's all about. That's what sim racing's all about. Shared experience. Share what you're going through. How's everyone out there watching along at home for the finale of the Formula 3s? Matty Jones continuing to dominate, continuing to lead the way, and that's the gap back to him as he was going through the first chicane. Darren Fahey back in P2. It's a huge margin. Huge margin. Matty's starting to open up.
12-second margin he's got on the fish.
My word, 20 minutes has gone by in this race already, Connor.
It has actually, kind of.
just been going to sleep here and just chilling out, having a bit of fun on a Wednesday night. Start of a long weekend.
yes, I've got a very big weekend coming up. So yeah.
Oh, Steven Sinkovich is around once more. He's having trouble with the rear end of that Formula 3 car. We'll hopefully try and get some more of that action coming to you. This is the replay coming in straight away from Toddy. He's on form tonight, Toddy. Comes into the second chicane. Slightly too much speed, and around goes that rear end.
Doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't take much at all.
So for tyres.
And once they've gone once, they just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. Not repeating that on stream.
No. Why would you do that?
Oh, we need like an SRW plus with all the behind scenes. Yeah, pretty much.
A podcast is coming next week. You know what happens on a Monday night here, Connor? This is a good opportunity.
No, Scott. What happens on Monday night?
Well, we go truck racing.
Yes.
And then when we go truck racing, me and Chibi, who's our broadcaster and helps me with the commentating for the
awesome,
NASCAR Truck League, on Monday nights, we sit here and we just have a leisurely old podcast. It's great. There's a race on in the background, much the same as you and I talking here tonight about our car racing, car racing adventures. There's a race on in the background, but most importantly, we're having a podcast. It's great fun.
Yeah, what's it?
Toddy, you're always welcome to jump in on Monday nights. You know that, right? Get out, you.
Yeah. The poor stream in the background are probably thinking in chat, what are they talking about? Oh, God.
Yeah, you know, there's... I don't believe you for a moment, by the way.
Hello, everybody. I'm just giving these guys a bit of a hard time in the background, so...
No, you would never give us a hard time.
No.
You're always lovely and kind to us. You would never harm us in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, what did you have to say, you bastard?
I was just saying a little bit earlier, you know, that Steven Tigovich, after that little bit of a crash, these things have a turning circle like a semi-trailer, but I use some colourful language in between it, but you know, at a low speed they do. But, you know,
Oh no! Andrew Lyden has just gone into the barrier incredibly hard, and somebody else collected it. So you've been waiting. You've been waiting for the action to come.
No.
He misses his chicane and just bounces all the way. Is that Wade Reynolds? It was Wade Reynolds that came through immediately afterwards. Safety cars on the circuit. We've got the first Formula 3 safety car here tonight.
Oh, Wade didn't get any damage from that. No damage for Wade. Net code.
But Andrew Lyden's stuck, and that's what's triggered the SRW safety car. The promo department safety car now will make its way out onto the track.
Hopefully race control's alive. Yep, there they are. Safety car.
It's just making sure that race control's watching.
Yeah. Falling
Keep them
asleep.
on their toes. Oh, word. Toddy, you're on fire, mate. Maybe you need to unmute yourself more often.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was it mirrors very nicely of F1 here. You know, race control just jumping out and trying to push the field up. Maybe some teams have been talking to each other. Someone make a bit of a stuff up.
The damage bill wouldn't be as big, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you heard about the Red Bull worried about only having one engine each left because they've been.
No, but what I was that was my preparation for tonight. So for those of you who don't know, I have an hour and a half commute each way to work. So 90 minutes to work, 90 minutes home.
Decent drive.
It's not a drive, mate. It's a train, just a train ride.
That would be lovely.
So 90 minutes each way. What I do during that train ride is I look and flick through Facebook and I look for fun things, and some days I read. But today, whilst I was at work today on my lunch break, I found an article that went deep diving into, as we see the entire field coming to pit lane at this point in time, to take on... So they'll settle themselves down. And we'll go back racing probably within 1 or 2 laps hereafter. But I was watching the chronicles of what went on during McLaren versus Ferrari at the end of 2007, and what actually went down within the word, reading everything about the World Motorsports Council hearing. And that was interesting. That was incredibly interesting.
Well, McLaren have been putting up a bit of a storm about the IndyCars. Now, if no one's a bit of an IndyCar fan, I'm a bit of a nerd about it. So, McLaren, and oh my god, let me think. Give me a second. I'll figure it. Andretti, that's it. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, they had a pretty big, fight about Alex Palou, and they were saying which is going to which, team, but Palou came out and said, well, I haven't agreed to any of them yet. So, yeah, it's funny what teams do to put a bit of drama into it and go, we're going to get out, because the more drama they put, the more the name comes out. So it's well done to McLaren for a bit of drama, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, they've lit the world alight, haven't they? So.
Yeah, but Americans don't know
that. Calm down, you. Both of you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, yep.
You're banned. Both of you are banned from talking. This is my show. Get out.
The Rankin show.
Yeah. The rattle gun.
The rattle
do
gun.
You know how I got that nickname, Connor?
No, not an idea. Well, I think I've got an idea of it, Scott.
Do you want to go and have a guess, my friend? You're welcome to guess.
Because your mouth is like a rattle gun.
That's one potential take on it.
Oh my god. No. Yeah, so I just got the explaining.
No. So
yeah.
So there was. I was like, oh, you know, it'd be fun. Do you know what it sounds like to do a racing pit stop in a NASCAR?
Yep.
It sounds like 5 lug nuts per tire coming off. So I made a few rattle gun sounds, and lo and behold, apparently people think it's funny, and rattle gun Rankin stuck. And the long and short of that is don't make rattle gun sounds on the stream unless you want them to be heard.
Yeah, yep. Oh, well, I got a nickname in my own team called Pixie. Now, you know when people give you a name and it just sticks and you've got no idea?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it happened.
Yeah.
So my nickname is Pixie Nixon. So I think someone was trying to say my last name and just put a P and X.
They messed it up. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Righto. So we are going to get a safety car restart here in a few moments. We are now half an hour into this race, halfway. So this will get us through to the end of the race. Safety car will pull into pit lane. You're getting a little bit of an what's this? A viewing on how safety cars work in SRW?
Yes,
had one in each race.
Yeah. Well done to the whole race officials. So well done.
Do you want to be leading, or do you want to be in P2 here and get a really good tow at the end of this lap? Safety car.
You know what? I'd rather be in P2 because the one of the kitten cars are going to try and dive on Maddie because there's 2 kitten cars in podium.
They've got the kit and caboodle.
Kitten and caboodle. One's going to protect Darren and
here we go.
Adrian's going to, yeah.
Adam's going to have a go here, and the fish with wings will see if he can become a true flying fish as Matty Jones gets a nice launch in the run down to turn number 1. Went real late, backed them all the way up, all the way down the start, finished straight, and now leads them all down into turn number 1. The rest of the field will try and file on through and stay close together as they possibly can. But again, Matty Jones, he's sensational out in front.
There needs to be like a racecraft. Which is one of my sponsors. There needs to be like a racecraft person in here up the front. So yeah, but
you know what there really needs to be. There needs to be success ballast, because I tell you what, at this point in the season, Matty Jones would have probably 2 extra passengers in that cockpit alongside of him. Just the amount of winning he's done.
Just put one big Italian in the back of it. That's how I'd explain it.
No. Just put a Ferrari member behind the pit wall. That's more than enough.
Yep. That's probably a better way to put it. But yeah, definitely.
What do you reckon? Matty Jones's pit strategy. The only way to pull him down before the start of each race, he rolls a D20 for the old D&D supporters in and amongst us, and that decides how far into the race he must pit.
Yeah, yep.
In minutes.
It'd be good if Matty Jones had engineers like Ferrari. That'd be funny.
You want this soft? No, I don't want the soft. There's only one tyre compound. No, we give you the soft.
Yeah.
We have looked at the field and we have determined that the hard is the worst tyre to be on, and so we will give you the hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. hopefully I don't need to join Ferrari one day because, yep.
They
That's
will
out
look
the
back
window.
on this stream, and yep.
Yep. Thanks, Scott.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
You'll have a nice lock up from Matty Jones. Shocking. Means he's not using macros. Yeah. Wow.
Oof. Let's put a good 10-foot pole in between us and that word. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's not play with fire.
Adrian just went off.
All right, settle down there, back there, Toddy. That's enough out of you. Chat can't hear you, but that's okay. We can. Matty Jones still has control of this race, and Darren Fay is going to try and use that draft to get up on the back end here. I don't understand why the iRacing Formula 3s don't have DRS.
I don't know either. Because you think you go to Formula 1 and they just give you DRS, and it's like, why would you not give them back?
They have it. Don't they have it in Formula 3? In real life? So they do have...
Oh, okay. In real life, they do have them. My bad.
Alternatively, they could go with a better system. Come on, Connor.
I could probably think of that. Yep.
Yeah, it's in a series that you like.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm literally setting it up for
boost. Yeah.
Yeah, boost to the engine. You can use it for a certain time period throughout the race whenever you press a button. What's it called? Come on!
ARS. Curse.
Ah, Connor, I like you. I really like you.
Here we go, chat. I am 6 feet under there.
It's the one they use in IndyCar.
Yeah, curse.
It's push to pass.
Oh.
How did she not get... I was like, look, we got Connor here. He's an IndyCar nut. He's going to love it. We've set him up. We've teed him up perfectly. The series that he loves. He's just spent the whole race talking about IndyCar, and all we can think about is F1. Oh, right! There for Adrian Loretti. And speaking about battles starting to heat up and guys getting on the rear bumpers of each other, it's going to look like Adam Simpson will have DRS flap open in a moment, because he's going to get that much of a tow. Here it comes. Down the back straight at Montreal. On the run to the wall of champions. Loretti is going to defend that one really nicely, and Simpson will decide that there is a better...
Oh! My heart stopped. The fish almost clobbered the wall. He almost got descaled. Wow.
Well, you know what? The thing about fish is they always have to wiggle their tail to get somewhere.
Yeah, that was wow. That was great driving. Well done, dude.
Personally, I thought the puns were better, but okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Connor. I'm so proud of you.
My puns were on point. Yeah.
The commentary team that works together stays together.
Yeah. I'm probably going to get a nice message from the fishy team. Yeah. I've had some run-ins with their drivers before.
I was trying to dream them up to all come run Radicals this week from Bathurst. Get them in the Radicals.
Yep.
On Sunday night, I was talking to Blake and Jamie Dyke, and I said, "Come on, guys! Adam's out there all alone in these fishy cars with downforce. You can't let that." No, it was Monday night because we're talking about the truck series, and Peter Morris was out in the trucks all on his own for for the entirety of last season. And this season, all of a sudden, there's 3 extra fishy cars that just pop up to support him, and lo and behold, they go and win a championship. Well, Adam Simpson is out here on his own, fishy boys. I'm disappointed in all of you.
They're probably watching and going, "Shut up, Scott."
All of them. From their own admissions, they're all sitting on Discord watching the broadcast.
Ah, hi, boys. Yeah. It's true.
If you've had some run-ins with the fishy boys, I'll give you just a little bit of dirt that you can slag on them in the future.
Oh no. No, I'm good with the fishy boys now, so it's all good.
Blake Delaney, nickname the male model.
Yeah, that seems about right. Yep.
And Jamie Dyke, Jamie bus driver Dyke.
Jamie's what?
Jamie bus driver Dyke.
Yeah, righto. Fair enough. Yep.
Oh, look at the wiggle on from Adam Simpson. We're talking about him and his V8 supercar driving teammates, and he's trying to drive that Formula 3 like a V8 supercar at this point in time.
Is that rod on the top of that top of the wishbone? Is that bent?
No, I think that's how it's mounted.
Huh.
We might have another safety car in a few moments. Oh, no, Steven Sinkovic has been allowed to tow. So Steven Sinkovic will make his exit from the Formula 3 for the final time this season, and I actually think that this is this makes it the entire season that Steven Sinkovic has towed out of and failed to finish.
Oh. Hopefully he can finish one next season. So
Oh, no!
that was just unblatantly just rough.
Steve, I hope Steven Sinkovic has learned something from this season, that yes, Formula 3s were not designed for rally car driving.
Back to Adam, he's just right
Yeah,
on
he's
the back of
monstering it.
Back in the Kenton car. You know what? I'll do another pun here, Scott, and you'll love this one. No, I probably won't say it because I'll probably get a message from Delaney or Dyke.
That's the fun in it. They love it. They love it.
Kittens love fish.
Oh, they do.
Huh.
So what you're saying is that Adrian would be far faster if he was trying to chase down the fish.
Yes. Maybe we should get on the radio and just tell him that. Come on, buddy. Make it interesting.
I mean, Adam's trying his absolute heart out to try and make this one interesting.
He's doing really well.
This
Seriously.
would be a tricky track to follow in the Formula 3s as well.
I reckon it'd be like following someone at Winton in a supercar, for instance. I don't think it'd be easy. Because you got corners that are hairpins everywhere and chicanes. Like, how do you get past?
And curbs.
And curbs.
And there's next to no room for error at all.
I reckon the move he's going to have to do is down here. I genuinely think that is just get the nose up there so he can't pass. Oh, I think he might
But
have
do you
it.
get it up far enough and force Adrian Loretti to try and outbrake himself in the
might have him
chicane?
here.
And hang on,
He might have
hang
him.
on. Hang on, Loretti's going to break straight in the corner and just runs him out of room, and that is a great defensive move
That was an awesome move. I
for
tell you what,
Adrian Loretti.
I tell you what though, it was risky from Adam because ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting on the back of his chase cam, and basically what that means is when you play Forza, for instance, you sit like third person, and I just saw Adam's front right wheel going to the back of Adrian's back left, so that was scary.
Getting
That
very
was-
close there, very tight
Yeah,
up on the racing.
that was crazy.
Simpson's just got more pace for me right now.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of.
Oh, Adrian Loretti's going to make a mistake, cuts across the grass, and now Simpson will pick that one up for free.
Cat chase fish.
It is on.
It's definitely.
And Adam Simpson is going to eat some cat for dinner tonight because Adrian Loretti makes a mistake, and both of them did well to get through there without impacting the other. Because have a look at Greg Johnson, what happened to him earlier in the night when he went through there. Was it Greg? No, it was Andrew Lyden, my apologies. So now it's going to be Adrian Loretti getting chased down by Wade Reynolds, who is coming as well.
So the fish is in P3.
It is.
So yeah, maybe Adam can get P2.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's chasing down. He's starting to make ground.
The fish is chasing cats. It should be the other way, boys. Come on, sort it out.
So we know that they should be able to make it home from here. That's the important part.
Yeah.
They pit on lap 18. We are now on lap 27. So they've been out there for 9 laps or so. Tyres may be a factor at the end of the hour.
Sure.
Race finishes off. Yeah.
I think this is the longest F3 race I've ever seen, to be honest, because it's a rough circuit. It's not like, ladies and gentlemen, it is like driving on You know, in summer when you go across grass and you got those little things in the grass. That's what it's like.
Indy?
Yeah. I feel like the track just bolds the tires. Like, yeah. That's
It's because there's what he's talking about, ladies and gents, is there's so many low speed acceleration zones. When they're medium and high speed, the downforce kicks in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at how accurate that was from Adam Simpson. That was phenomenal.
Three
He's
tenths.
just- Oh, he's only taken a tenth. Only a tenth out of him on that last lap. Oh, something's happened to Bradley Hudson, who's cut across the final chicane. So I think he's had a big wiggle in the braking zone here on the way into the last chicane. Coming up to the Wall of Champions.
I don't think these tyres are lasting.
This will tell us. This is the DSL Welding Services replay minus DSL Welding Services logo. Oh! See, I saw him on the inside over there going slowly. Was the first time I picked him up. So I just thought that he just cut the chicane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he drilled it. If that was real life, that rear diffuser would be no more. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, we've been going at it all night, Scott, and the chat have probably realised that, ladies and gentlemen. What do you reckon, me and you, how do you reckon both of us would go on in an F3?
No. Radical? Yeah. F3? No.
No.
Mate, I can do a few laps, but I can't do a long race like this.
No.
Not to this standard.
Yeah,
No.
No. Yeah, IndyCar all day because it's no power steering. It feels like you're at the gym, but nah, not in these things. I feel like I'd put in a wall pretty early.
Mate, I don't use the gym. I don't know what you're. What's a gym?
Isn't
that the guy that
how do I
puts you in the
describe
race?
this? Yeah. How do I describe it to you, Scott? It's a it's a place where a bunch of sweaty men and women go to.
Well, that's not fun. I'd prefer to go to the Pizza Hut instead.
Yeah. God, when you... Todd just said he would join us, so join Scott, so yeah, well done to Toddy.
Mate, cricket season's coming back around. I got to get back into shape, apparently. Rounds of shape. Oh, Toddy, no!
Oh. So glad Todd's not on the Chat's probably...
No, you're not. We're just having a good night. We're having a general night.
Chat's probably wondering what he's saying. Chat, nothing untoward, I guess. Like, just a bit colourful.
He's keeping us entertained.
Yes, exactly. Not saying this is a bad series or anything, but yeah.
No. We're having fun.
Oh, just watching.
I reckon he is getting closer. He's just gained a half second. So something's happened to Darren Fahey on that last lap. He's dropped half a second.
He's having an ice cream behind the wheel or something.
Surely not.
Todd just reckoned, chat, that he might be saving fuel.
Surely not. You reckon it's those rears? He's trying to look after rear tyres?
Maybe. Well, he's got the gap. It'd be smart if you just save a bit of tyre.
See, where the huge time gain out of major is all in the first sector.
Adam is on the limit, ladies and gentlemen. He was millimetres off the curb.
Well, he's got to do that to get back here with less than 15 minutes left.
I think we should just enjoy one of his laps, to be honest. That's unreal.
Let's talk us through a lap here, Connor.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
love to.
You're the new one here. I've done this a few times. It's your turn.
Okay. So we'll just wait until we get up to the last curbs. Smash the curbs. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's a lap. So, Go all the way up to the gears, rev it out as much as you can. These boys will just absolutely smash the throttle. Hit the brakes nice and hard right now. Down to second gear. Hit the curb, hug that inside. Bit of a wiggle on the exit, but that's because of tyres. Now they'll smash down the gears, go on the curbs. On the right, yep, there's third gear. Go up to all the gears as possible as they need. Come around here. Now they need to straighten up the car as much as they can. Come around the corners. You get a bit of wheel spin on exit and a bit of a slide. All the way over to the right side. So then you go to the left, hit the brakes. Oh, just ladies and gentlemen, you just got to like off the curb by mils, but yeah, all the way down, straighten the car, hit the brakes hard as you can. Some of these boys have 200 kilo load cells in their brakes, so they're hitting it hard. All the way up the gears. Again, for the last time, so this straight they will get up to 250 with slip. Hit the brakes nice and hard. You've got to hit the chicane, but can't hit the curbs. You can't hit that last wall. And there's your lap of Montreal.
And look how close you've got to carry it all the way out to the wall of champions. Clouded it earlier on tonight, did Adam Simpson. I wonder whether or not he did actually take that fast repair at the pit stop, or whether it was incident that didn't occur for him.
Maybe.
And two factors that I was taking note of, like you said keep it down to second gear in the first corner. No, he came back to first gear because he needed the drive off.
Yeah.
And secondly, how much he had to open the car up through the second chicane, right there, right where Matty Jones has just gone through, to make sure he can keep mashing that gas as hard as possible, but not spinning rear tires.
Adam's had a moment. He's cooked it. I think he
just singing his praises, and Adrian Loretti's gone back through.
He's had a moment. I think he hasn't had enough brakes. We have the replay here. Oh, so he cracked sideways and saved it. Wow, what a save. And he's got to turn it like a truck to get back in the track. Be dreading.
My word. It's the same moment that, was that Stephen Sinclair?
Oh, he's lost it again. He's gone. He's went around.
Would be at the head.
Oh, no.
Has he caught the wall? There is a very slow car.
No, just a bit too much throttle. Welding, DSL Welding Series replay. Too much throttle.
Too much throttle for the steering input. Yep.
Yeah.
And now he has dropped back another spot. He is in P5, and that promotes Wade Reynolds up to P4. So with under 10 minutes left to go, the gap between Adam Simpson and Wade Reynolds, I think, is 8 seconds he's now behind Wade Reynolds. So he's not got enough time to run that gap back down. And with overheated rear tyres from Adam Simpson.
He's just got to nurse him home. Car's sliding now, so yeah, he's just got to nurse the car home.
Light fuel loads in that rear end. No grip for Adam Simpson.
And we're on lap 33 too, so yeah, tyres cooked.
And I've just been keeping an eye out as well. Greg Johnson and Andrew Lydon are going head-to-head and have done for about the last 5 laps or so. They are both off the lead lap, but they're within a second of each other on the track. So Andrew Lydon had a moment earlier on in the barriers, had to tow it back to pit lane. He's gone back out there and has gone in pursuit of Greg Johnson. So this will be a great run down to the flag. This will bring us to the conclusion as well, ladies and gentlemen, of the Formula 3 season. So Matty Johnson, at this point in time, is going to collect that championship. It'll be Adrian Loretti home in P2, and it will be a dogfight to see who will get across to finish in P3. Does Daniel Byrne get to go to Bali and enjoy his holiday with a P3 finish whilst he's over there? One drop round on offer for our drivers, which is why you'll hear us say the drivers can afford to miss a round. their worst result always gets removed from the standings at the end of the season. Oh, Greg Johnson's just caught the Wall of Champions, and he's got away with it. And now Leiden is right there. Just the right rear just barely made contact with the Wall of Champions. Leiden's got to try and sneak this one away from him with 7 minutes left on the clock. And Adam Simpson is off track again. And was it just me, or did you see the brake disc on Andrew Leiden's car glowing on the front? Both of them.
Yeah, really pushing the cars too much and over.
Same spot from Adam Simpson. Exactly the same. No, that's the previous one. Unless that's Bradley Hudson who's gone by. No, that was the previous one. That was the previous one. And Leiden's going to continue to chase this one down. Honestly, one of my favourite features is watching glowing.
Oh, Adam's around the gone.
Adam is around now. Yep, I can see him losing time. And it's at the World Champions. Has he clouded the barrier as the critical
he's went
factor?
around. He's went around.
So now Bradley Hudson's starting to close on in. And with just over 5 minutes left on the clock, there it is, just barely avoids it. Has clouded the inside barrier, though. So now he's got to try and get this thing home. Oh, I get the feeling there's slightly more camber on those cars. Greg Johnson and Andrew Leiden are going side by side through turn 2. And Johnson will just barely hang on to it. He's got the inside run. He is back clear. Shifts back across to cover it off. And Leiden is still trying to fight his way by. What a defense from Greg Johnson. The Team Greg Racing hashtag #GetChecked livery. Looking back at the Kittens Racing driver. That's the view from the rear diffuser. And as he continues to try and defuse this end of this battle, look at Leiden getting close. It might be a battle for 7th on track, but don't think that that means these guys won't squabble over it like it's going out of fashion. Neither of them can gain any more places out on the track, so this is for all the marbles for them. Simpson, meanwhile, has just 4 seconds over, and Bradley Hudson's now come a cropper at the last corner. And he might be in the wall, champion. He actually might be in the wall. Down the outside now goes Andrew Leiden, and they will go side by side through the wall of champion chicane. And Johnson comes away with it. This is the replay now of Bradley Hudson, and he did catch the inside wall with that front wing. So Johnson still leads from Leiden inside the final 5 minutes. And drivers are starting to find it quite tricky there, Connor.
Yeah, man. I think they're just I think they're done.
Speaking of tricky, Greg Johnson's now off the road, and around goes Leiden. So that battle finally resolves itself.
I think they're all just fatigued, man. Honestly, I think they're all fatigued and just ready to get it over with because, yeah, the hour-long race, man, can kill you.
Much like the tyres are being killed. It's a physical, and it's a track where you've got to be super precise. I want to see if we can get a shot at that front wing of Bradley Hudson and how badly that might be damaged, because I think he is dropping time. Not going to get a great shot of the front wing. The rear looks okay. It would have nosed it into the tyres, if anything. Oh, he's doing fine. He might have got away with one. There's not a crinkle on that wing, Connor.
Nah, he's good. Yeah, he's all good, eh? Like, he's just, netcode, maybe.
Sometimes when you get lucky, you get really lucky.
Yeah. Definitely.
Matty Jones will be celebrating the final round of the season. We're under 2 minutes left to go. I think we're going to get 2 more laps, mind you. Oh, and Bradley Hudson's off the road again! I think he's got away with it, though. So there'll be 2 laps left in the Formula 3 season. Coming down to the flag. And the same mistake that a few drivers have already made so far tonight, just carrying slightly too much speed into that second chicane. Greg Johnson's gone off the road again, cuts the third chicane. He rejoins safely, trying to hunt down Andrew Lydon.
Adam almost hit the wall again.
Oh, you're kidding me?
Yeah, he had a bit of a fish out of the... Excuse the pun. Had a bit of a fishtail at the end of the last chicane.
Driving a little bit like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
In fact, a fish in a sim racing car.
Well, the water's not far. Oh, he's gone!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, his race is done.
And there's a broken left front wheel. He's going to struggle to get this back to the pit. And he is going to tow. And you know what? Greg Johnson and Andrew Lydon are going to pass him. Because I believe they're both only 1 lap down. And Matty Jones will come around. Yeah, they're both only 1 lap down.
Oh,
Matty Jones is now going to cross the start finish line. And he's going to get the white flag. 1 lap left in the Formula 3 season, and Adam Simpson is going to fall 1.5 laps short.
Oh, you got to feel bad for him, eh? You got to feel bad for him. That was rough.
I tell you what, Matty Jones is still cracking on. He is bouncing over those curbs and throwing that car around like he has still got the best bits of rubber underneath him that he's had all night. .130.181. His qualifying time was 1:29.397. You won't get anywhere close to that. He's done in race 1:29.7.
He's only
lap 10.
He's not far off quality though. He's only a second and 2/10. That's pretty remarkable. On an hour long worth of tyres and he's still going. Like, that's remarkable.
And for the final time in the Formula 3 season, he'll take to the back straight on Montreal. He's going to take this one home comfortably. The margin has been building lap by lap by lap, and he has got a huge margin. Darren Fay has gone into conservation mode, you think? And why wouldn't you when you've got a margin of 12 seconds yourself back to P3? So, Matty Jones, signed, sealed, and delivers the championship on grand final day in Formula 3. And he will get to celebrate at the drop of the flag. Darren Fay is going to come out and across the line. He will take to him P2. Adrian Loretti comes home in P3. Wade Reynolds with a hard charge towards the tail end of that race. Gets within 3 seconds. Loretti dropped a ton of time on that last lap. He might have been shy on fuel. And indeed, that margin gets down to 3 seconds at the flag, where it was 6 seconds the lap before. So Loretti was starting to struggle as well. Hudson will be the last of the drivers to finish on the lead lap. And then it is going to be, I would assume, Andrew Lydon and Greg Johnson to next cross the line, and they will get ahead of Adam Simpson. Adam Simpson's just returned to the racing circuit. So Adam Simpson will get that extra lap in and will come home in P6. And he'll come out and he will celebrate the season. That is it, ladies and gents. Everyone now across the line, with perhaps the exclusion of Adam Simpson, who might come back across just to grab the flag. But Matty Jones has done it. The Kittens boys have had a fantastic season in behind Matty Jones, but no one could put anything to him.
What a result, eh? For the Kitten boys and Matty, to be honest, to have 2 cars in the podium, like that's pretty remarkable, you know. Having that in any race or any league, that's always a win.
And everyone's going to come back down the start-finish straight and celebrate what a phenomenal season it's been from the Sim Racing World Formula 3s here on a Wednesday night. The action from lights out to finish every week has been phenomenal. They started off with a whole host of safety cars back at Okayama in round number 1, and they'll finish the season off with a safety car, and they haven't had one. That's the first safety car in the last 3 weeks. That smoke you can see is Matty Jones. Much the same as you saw Nathan Allen burning off all of the end of the season's worth of rubber.
Yeah, the budget's out the window. Just cook them. Oh, Matty has no tyre left on them.
Who does, to be honest?
Nah, they would have nothing. New car, new car for next season, eh? Just
I think
cook it.
Adrian Loretti's just smashed the nose cone off of his.
Yeah. It's in the wall doing burnouts. That's how you're supposed to do it.
My word, look at him still lighting it up all the way down the front stretch. It's been a phenomenal season from all involved. Daniel Byrne overseas. I hope you're having fun out over there, mate. Have a beer for us. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the grand finale. No longer just missing a wing is Darren Fay. He's now missing a right front wheel.
Those boys are really cooking the tyres, aren't they?
I think he's now missing a left front. I think they're just happy to sit here, celebrate, and have a good night.
Matty Jones is in the green room.
Is his engine blown yet? Surely it's gone by now.
No, it's
No.
No. Oh, out of
There we
fuel.
go.
Out of fuel. There it is. That's how you do it, mate. Well done.
Completely and utterly gone.
Yeah, that's how you finish the season, day. Oh, one of the kitten cars just went flying across the track.
They're locked together. There's 2 of them locked together. Check this out.
Oh. Oh.
That's an explosion of expensive race car parts.
Yeah, how much do you reckon that's cost?
About $15 for the car, another $15 for the track.
Oh, cheap as. Jeez. Boss man's pulling out another 15. There you go, lads. Oh, jeez.
There you go, Connor. That's your Wednesday nights, proudly brought to you by Sim Racing World.
I'll tell you what a night. Hopefully, the next season will be mega. Because I could imagine the TCRs are going to be even bigger than what they are now. Like, just seeing what it was tonight, it was just unreal. And yeah, from the F3 boys, well done to them.
All right, we'll jump straight into our podium celebrations so that we can get done and dusted here on Grand Final Week, your Wednesday night productions. Ladies and gentlemen, finishing in P3 tonight, we'll take home P2 in the championship. The driver of the 85 for Kittens Motorsport is Adrian Loretti.
Thank you.
Evening, Adrian. Somebody told us that you were battling with some computer gremlins before the race.
Of course he did. You know, I had a shocker. I had a shocker though. I was trying to get it going. I had just weird glitches going on, but got it good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too flash at that track.
It's a Formula 1 track, so, you know, it's been one of those few opportunities right throughout the season where we go to tracks that that have shared racing with Formula One can't hop as many curbs as you think you would in most of the other cars that present themselves in iRacing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, turn one, lap one, I hit the inside curb there and the thing launched. But I got lucky with Simpson going off. Obviously went off, he got by me, then he went off and gave it back to me. But no, it was good to just hold on to it.
It's been another good season here from Sim Racing World in terms of the Formula 3's numbers. A little bit down towards the tail end of the season, but the league's been reasonably well supported. That's the overtake on screen, mind you, to take P3 back from Adam Simpson after an unfortunate spin at the second chicane. But all things considered, it's another one of those seasons where it's just fun, just chilling out with you and the boys and just going racing in the Kittens cars.
Yeah, no, for sure. The guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. It's good fun. Definitely enjoy it. And we'll be back for the next one.
Most importantly, how kicked from the team is Daniel Byrne for disappearing to go to Bali in the last round of the season? That's just blasphemy.
I reckon he's going to get shoved to team number 3 for next season.
Do you reckon he's serving the tea and cakes in pit lane?
Oh, he should be.
He did chime in actually and said that Bali sounded fantastic. He was having a good time over there. Like, you can't just come in, enjoy Bali, and brag in front of all your teammates. It's just
that's it.
The cardinal sins, man. The rig's obviously continued its improvement throughout the season. What are the sights set on for next season, the Formula 3s?
With my rig, or?
Yeah, you reckon you can take it to the next level now that you've got everything a little bit behind you? You have gotten closer to Matty right throughout the season. The improvement's been insane.
I don't know. He's in another league. But I was actually last race really close with him, but I just stuffed up the start and missed the gears and everything. That was my stuff up there. But I was nowhere near him tonight. There was just no chance. But even Darren, he was well above me. Again, it's the feature of the team racing and whatnot, but still no team orders whatsoever from the Kittens boys up and down the field. I get the feeling that Darren's going to let you know that he beat you here tonight for all the way through until next season. Yeah, I'll let him have it. He definitely beat me fair and square this race.
All right, mate, and then finally, your opportunity to thank the sponsors that make it possible for Kittens.
Yep. So, thank Kittens, AML Technology, Driver. Well, I shouldn't thank Driver 808. He's off in Bali, but I'll thank him anyway. And then a shout out to my kids, Daniela and Michael.
Good evening, Daniela and Michael. You can have Dad back for the next 2 weeks on a Wednesday night. He's all yours.
That's it. Thanks.
Mate, have a great night. It's been a pleasure watching you guys race and battle all season long, and we will catch you again in 3 weeks' time.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Adrian.
Bye.
Moving right along to the driver of the number 5 and the second Kittens driver on the podium there tonight. Darren, mate, this is your opportunity. You absolutely swept the floor with Adrian tonight. You showed him what's what. He's got nothing on you. He's going to have to go away and work really, really hard to even think about keeping up with you next season, I think.
Oh, look, knowing Adrian, and the boys will vouch for this, he'll open his wallet and go spend some more money.
Oh, that sounds like my teammate. Yep. No. Yeah. So the win, how big is that for you? On your teammates?
Yeah, it's good. I've had a lot of incidents this season, which is unusual. I was pretty consistent last 2 seasons.
Turn 1, last round at Canadian Tire. Cough, cough.
Yeah. So I was disappointed with the consistency, and but yeah, it was good to get one up on him because I've been losing to him a lot lately.
Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, well done to you. I don't know what Scott's got added because I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Did you boys fall asleep or what happened?
Oh, mate, I've had a rough day. Nah, it's it was good to watch, man. Like with the safety car, and that was pretty good.
Do you think you had a shot there when the safety car came out? I thought you really impressed me again with the ability to stay with Matty. Obviously, couldn't hold a torch to him over the entirety of the race, but just being able to be there with him initially on the initial launch, you got away, set sail, and that was sort of that. But then the safety car happens, you reset, and you're right there for a lot longer. And it gave you that opportunity to spread and get away from Adrian a little bit as well. It was an opportunity. I get the feeling you would have sent it the instant you were even within spitting distance.
Yeah, look, toe helps a little bit, helps a fair bit actually once you're under 0.05. But I'm never going to send it, not with his championship on the line, and so I am actually a little bit careful on the brakes. I don't reckon I'm going to got the pace to get by him, but it was good to stay with him for a little bit. But yeah, I don't have his pace, man.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, driver the number 5, Darren Fahey, and people making it possible for Darren are...
Yeah, so my little daughter Harper, she'll be asleep now, but she'll watch it back tomorrow. My partner Leanne, kittens, they're going to come through. We've done well for them this season, so look out. And AML Tech, which is Adrian's business, and driver 808.
Or even though he's all the way over in Bali and just bragging in.
Yeah, look, yeah, I've got a bit of goss, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it. I've been silenced.
Been warned away.
Team orders, mate. Team orders.
Yeah, sorry, zip edited.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver the number 5 finishes in P2 here tonight from Montreal, Darren Fahey.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, Darren. Have a great one. And finally, to round us out for our final wacky Wednesday, the wild, wondrous, and I couldn't come up with another adjective that starts with W, but here's Matty Jones. Matty, Canada's just such an awesome track to go racing at, isn't it?
I really, really enjoy this track in all sorts of cars. And everything you drive here, you have to drive a different way. It's a lot of fun.
It's these things you can't touch any of the curb, but you've got to position yourself as close as you possibly can to it. You've got to be really accurate with the way you drive the car. You can't pick up... It's nearly like a V8 supercar in the way that you attack the throttle coming off of the curbs, because you just cannot fire that rear around. And we saw a lot of guys in the trailing phases of that race struggling for rear grip.
Yeah, definitely. With the new update, the tyres in this car are a bit of an animal, so they do go off there at the end, definitely. But there's a few curves on this track where you have to really attack them, and then other ones you have to give a lot of respect to and stay away from. Like at the last chicane there, like do not touch the curbs or you're in the fence.
The Wall of Champions looked like it was trying to claim a few people there tonight.
Oh yeah, it was trying to suck me in the good few times.
Was there any moment there tonight where you just slightly too deep, slightly early on the throttle, and you're, oh no, it's done here? But that's lap time at Canada. You've got to be there. You've got to be up against the wall.
Yeah, that's it. I guess you just got to, make sure you do your practice and, just try and get that muscle memory in there so you know where you're turning and where you're picking the throttle up and, sort of just trusting your ability and firing it in there and hoping for the best, I guess.
What's this practice thing? I've never heard of it.
Never heard of that, Scott. No, it's a bit rare.
Championship one and done, Matty. That's 2 in a row for you, I believe, isn't it?
No, this is my first one ever in any series that I've been in.
Well done, mate.
I've got on the podium a couple of times, but never taken the top step. So this is we're breaking new ground. Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Hence pushing the engine to its limits in celebration afterwards.
Oh yeah, I think that's about my 8th engine that I've done this year, this season. So, the sponsors are probably not that happy, but that's all right.
Well, talking about engines and cost and everything, we've been joking all night that a money thing with teams and stuff. Are you up there with your team when it comes to blowing engines, breaking the car, putting a wheel off?
Yeah, who from Send It Sim Sports breaks the most cars, even if it is in celebration? Doesn't matter. Who breaks the most cars at Send It Sim Sports? Give us the goss. Come on.
I'd be up there for sure. Probably Corey. Corey's a bit of an engine popper from way back.
Engine popper.
But, yeah. Nah, it's all good. All the boys drive them as hard as they can. So, accidents do happen.
More importantly, your fellow teammate, I got to speak to him on Monday night, Glenn McLeod. He's looking for a few more people to come race trucks on Monday night. Surely there's some more Send It Sim Sports boys that are available on Monday.
I'm not too sure. A lot of us are sort of breaking focus from a lot of these leagues and stuff, and we've got the Pro Series V8 Supercar Endurance Cup coming up. So a lot of us will be involved in that in the short term. But yeah, I'm sure once we get some spare time, we'll be around.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this season, your championship winner, race winner from Montreal, driver of the 087% at Sim Sports, Matty Jones, and the people who make it possible for Matty are...
Precision Performance Shop, Transform Media, ProServe Finance, Sydney Computers, and CD Cinematography.
Mate, you've made a habit of saying those sponsors just about every week here in the Formula 3 Championship, and we hope you'll be back to defend that championship once again.
Awesome. Thank you very much, boys. I've had a blast, and I'll try my best to be back on the grid for round 1.
All right, we'll see you again in 3 weeks' time, Matty. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. You have a great night.
Thanks, gents.
Well done, mate.
Well, Connor, that is it on a Wednesday night.
That's all wrapped up, brother. Yeah, well, 4 hours later. Yeah.
Mate, what a blast, so isn't it? It's just a banging show from go to woe.
Yeah, from breaking engines to, banging doors, spins, crashes. Like, seriously, my highlight of the night would be TCR, I've got to say. But, yeah, what a night. I think looking at all this, I'll definitely text the boys and say, yeah, I'm on for next season, that's for sure. Yeah, 100%. I think this is, where I'm going to be next season. So, yeah, look out, everyone.
I was going to say, yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle to get you out of the commentary booth just to get you back in the car at this rate with how much fun you've had tonight.
Pretty much. You'll be going, Connor, jump back into the TCR, jump back into the Supercar. Just be a normal human being.
Can you stop just saying bad things about me on the broadcast again, Connor? Get back in the damn car.
Yeah, pretty much. Come beat me for once.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Scotty Rattlegun Rank, and this has been your grand final week. Wednesday's now over, and with the conclusion of your Wednesday night action, we are now more than halfway through grand final week. Tomorrow, we head to the mountain, the SR8, SR10 combined radicals, and I tell you what, the SR10 might just be quicker at the mountain. It's got a lot of room to stretch its legs. How will the SR8 handle trying to follow the slow beast across the top? Will it be too difficult to tame? Who is going to end up in the barriers? Will Scotty Callahan find another championship? And will it be Scotty followed by Scotty as I'm trying to hunt down P2 in the championship? That is coming your way to start off. Then we'll collapse in on our championship finale for the Porsche Cup. It has been domination from sun up to sundown for the crisscross racing boys. Can they lock in another championship? Greg Barber, Adam Hughes, and Stephen McCartan lead the way. Will the chasing pack have what it takes to take them down? All the action from Suzuka comes your way tomorrow night. Finally, we'll round the season off in the V8 Supercars following the same recipe that's seen success in the TCRs and Porsches this season. Means that we're heading to Suzuka as well. The final Japanese track, it's been a tour around the island, multi-island nation. Will Fishy Motorsports have what it takes to top off the championship in the V8 Supercars on Sunday night? Will it be a tire burner? You better believe it will be. My name is Scotty Rattlegun Rank, and he is Connor Pixie Nixon, and this has been another broadcast from Sim Racing World. Big shout out to all the sponsors that make it possible: DSL Welding Services, Pagnian Imports, Dragon RC, Melville Equipment Corporation, Warren & Brown Tools, Toyo Sims, and the promo department make it all possible for everything Sim Racing World. Give them a big shout out. Big shout out to Greg Johnson and all the work he's doing for Prostate Cancer Foundation. Links are below the stream. If you're looking to get involved in the next season of action, we are racing 6 nights a week. That's right, 6 nights a week. Mondays your trucks, Tuesdays your dirt ovals, Wednesday your TCR, your Formula 3, Thursday has your radicals and your Porsche Cup, Friday your GT3, GT4 multi-class, new one on the calendar, combined, and Sunday night your V8 Supercars. It is a Sim Racing World wild week, not just a wacky Wednesday. That comes to you in just a few weeks' time. My name's Scotty Rattlegun Rankin, Connor Pixie Nixon from you from the comm booth, Tony the chef behind the cameras, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow night.